Warning, this podcast, website, and associated social media accounts are intended for audiences of legal drinking age. We do not advocate overconsumption or the abuse of alcohol. Never drink and drive, drink responsibly. And please remember to always take what we say with a grain of salt. After all, we are just some dudes with some brews.
We started out by crawling out from under the thumb of the man. The lovers of God with dad bods, just trying to feed our fam. Go sit right there and grab a beer, you know just what to do. Throw it back, get hammered, and listen to dudes and brews.
I just like
Here,
the
I'll
fact
play a
that they're
couple
doing
songs, you'll
not summer nights.
Me too.
I know, because it's always blasting hot out there.
Is the worst.
Dude.
It's the worst. Who
It's
decided-
fun, but oh my jeez,
It's
is it
so
hot.
hot.
Hold on, I'm going to
It's
play
so
some
ridiculous.
I would go. What I did this year is instead of going to hot summer nights in Sherman, I went to Music on Main in Denison.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's a lane.
We went-
They did that on Fridays. Well, you know what's really cool about
We went that one time.
downtown Denison? That's way better than Sherman.
You have to say
A
when.
lot of
Downtown, you can walk around with alcohol.
Beer.
Yeah, well,
So
hot
you
summer
get a
nights,
beer-
I drink beer too.
Well, I'm just
I
saying,
bring
like
my own, though.
all
and the cops
downtown.
are cool with it.
Oh,
So you
yeah,
just
I
go
brought
to
some. I
like
brought
say
my own.
when, grab a
Oh, I
beer,
know.
and then they had like a beer vendor out there too.
We
Yeah.
went on the
Not that
last
I'm going for
night.
just drinking, but that does help.
What was
That
it?
does
What's
help.
the Denison one called again?
Music on Main.
We went the last night that Music on the Main was having their deal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they just don't have bands that you want to.
Well, they just don't have
yeah.
the budget that Sherman does.
Right.
Pretty sure sang that for a talent show one year.
Really?
My buddy Ryan did.
It's like you got grunge clothes on, but you're doing this.
I'll follow you.
Yeah.
Did you ever do any kind of talent show?
I did.
Yeah.
I sang, but it was like elementary school.
Vanilla
Okay.
Ice.
No, I did
No.
John Michael Montgomery Lives a Dance.
Oh,
I
good
think I knew
song.
this.
Yeah,
Dude, I was gonna
thought
be a country singer. My mom started
That's-
booking me gigs.
What?
I did the Peach Festival, and I sang "God Bless the
right.
USA."
Oh, Lee
You know,
Greenwood.
Yeah, I sang. So I did that song, and I did "Lives to Dance." and we dressed up like cowboys. We had the boots, the hat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
John Michael Montgomery.
When I was 14, I was falling fast.
for a blue-eyed girl.
Yeah.
We
in the
played.
homeroom class.
What was that song
Good stuff.
by Crossfade?
Yeah, I just listened to Crossfade.
What was that song? The one song they had, "Cold." I think it was called by Crossfade.
Oh yeah, they did have that.
Yeah, I played bass.
Really?
Nice.
Cool.
I played bass, and we played that, and we had one of our IT teacher, like he jumped in and helped us, and we did that one, and then we did "Let Her Cry" by
Hootie.
I did,
by
I
Hootie
did
and the
that
Blowfish.
karaoke. I killed it, bro. Got a standing
Well,
ovation
how did-
on that one.
You got a standing ovation. How does the Cold song go though? Because I'm thinking of the Brink of Benjamin, and it came out at the same time.
Hold on, it goes.
Am I pulling wire?
Never really got it right.
Oh yeah.
Tonight. I can't.
Yeah. Never really
Get
got
wrapped
it
up
right.
in what can I win?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're the antidote.
You
that
are
gets
the
me by.
antidote
Oh,
that
yeah.
gets me by.
Something
That's
strong like a drug.
that gets me.
Ah.
There it is.
This
What
is
I
like
really meant to
that's
say.
Yeah, you guys just sing it. I'll listen.
I'm sorry for the way I am.
So this is hilarious.
I feel
That
like a Muppet for a
this is
second.
hilarious that we started singing here
Yes.
because this brings us back. So we're
does.
doing a 100th episode. The Wrecking Crew's back. I appreciate you
Crew,
guys.
anytime,
Thank you
brother.
for being on this journey with us to 100
It's
episodes.
been a blast.
Yeah, it has been.
Yeah.
We have gone through a lot of different studios. So we're going to talk about that. But I did find some old behind the scenes footage
Oh, nice.
Of singing?
of you guys singing.
Oh no, dude, this is
Is this
awful.
B-roll? B-roll right now? Check this
Oh,
out.
no.
I do remember.
Oh, there we go.
Yes. Wow.
Larry was getting it hard.
Dude, I was standing up with the mic looking like
You-
Jonathan Davis from Korn. I was holding the mic
Getting
like
it.
him.
Man, that
Nice.
is so nostalgic right now.
Yeah, but so much has changed with
Yeah,
the
it's
studio.
evolved.
I mean, we used to sit on a couch.
Look at this.
Yeah, look
Wow.
at that. That's wild.
That is wild. That is cool.
It was back when you had the other couch too, when it
Yeah.
was just me and you
Yeah.
pre-gaming with
Eating
tacos.
a taco.
Eating a taco, man.
Look, I think I'm wearing the same shorts I'm wearing right now.
you do what you got to do, man.
Dude,
pregame with some
Those
tacos.
are the same shorts I got on right now.
Man.
Good thing I didn't wear that shirt because I still wear it.
That would have been
Yeah.
awesome, actually.
It is. Yeah,
Do you guys remember doing an episode here at this house with
with
Oh
Charlie.
man,
the storyteller?
Yes,
Yeah.
the storyteller.
the thing that
I
cracked
do
me-
remember that.
I remember cracking up at him saying he had mic fright.
Yeah.
I've never
And
heard
then
that
he came
term
in hard.
before. Yeah, and
he
then
came
he had
in
no
with the
mic
story.
fright.
None, zero.
Nah,
That
because
was
you
so
just
much
like
fun.
2 minutes in and you're good to go.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Got to get past that mic fright.
Wow.
But then we moved from that to that little table.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I do remember that.
And I remember this camera angle being in the back of No Man's Land.
Yeah, look, there's a whole nother living room back there. I have a piano back there.
Joe with the
now.
Niners hoodie, you know?
And then we said, hey, let's switch the camera around.
Yeah, good call.
The camera
on
was
that.
so much better for this angle, even though we just saw entrances and exits.
You're right. There's
Man.
just Door City.
Dude, it's been a lot of just bro science and craft beer, man, over the
Yeah.
years. Evolution of the studio.
Like that
that's
little
a cool angle
table.
view.
Then we did this one with my brother, even
Yeah.
having guests out there. Cameras right in the way.
So much fun.
Mhm.
Hey, you get
This is
better.
when we used to play that game, that that Untappd,
yeah.
that blind beer tasting game.
Mhm.
Then we went with the big table,
Man.
Nice.
which this big table was nice, honestly.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
I gotta say, one of my favorite episodes is the episode that Joe actually made the pastries to go with the beer flavor. That was awesome, man.
Yeah.
He's so extra.
So extra.
Dude,
I think in that episode we were talking about you having a service where you create dates for people. and
That's
then
what you did. You created that.
Yeah,
I still think it's a good idea.
Still need all
Do
the
you?
help we can get. You
Yeah.
know, I'm down for the ideas.
Then we brought it here and did
Yes.
the chairs, did the lowrider chairs.
We did.
We
Yeah.
did this for the entire third season, which was cool. This is before I
Yeah.
put that texture on the wall. This looks ridiculous to me.
A little more low key.
Oh, there you go. There's the texture.
Like it looks
There it
better
is.
with the texture on the
Yeah,
wall.
got some contrast going on.
We decided to get the backdrop here, but it's been, and then we went to the tall table, which I'll be honest, I think
Yeah.
the tall table's the best one that we've done.
Yeah,
Makes me feel like I'm just chilling with some friends at a bar.
I agree.
It does. It does.
Yep.
But isn't it like every table, every setup change is the best? You're
Yeah.
like, oh, this
Oh,
is so much better.
it's leveled
That
up
was
every
weird
time.
when we saw how many different renditions we've had.
Yeah, it is true. I will
Yeah.
say, as much as I thought this was cool, looking back, these two chairs, I go, yeah, that wasn't as good as I
It's
expected
all
it to be.
crotch.
It is.
It's all crotch,
It was
man.
pretty loungy, kind of
Yeah.
you know lounge vibe.
You did. You got that
It did.
like
You had
just
a
chill
lounge
out
vibe.
kind of thing. Yeah.
I remember that changeover. It has been a level up every time.
It has.
You know the high top came in late to the game, but hey, I appreciate it.
Yeah, I like the high top is my
It's
favorite.
great.
But again, man, I appreciate you guys
Hey, man.
coming along for the ride.
It's been a blast, dude.
We're not going to do nostalgia the entire episode, but Larry, do you remember us doing our first episode?
It was a virtual one, yeah.
It was.
It was not even virtual. It was just over the phone. It was like a phone call.
We did like a Zoom because I knew I could record the audio via Zoom.
Yeah.
Do you remember why we had to do it that way?
Was it? I mean, did we
COVID?
well, I don't think we had to do it that way. I think it was just what we did.
From what I remember, it was around like when COVID was popping.
Right.
And I remember you saying, hey, I'm not feeling well.
Yeah.
It might be an idea because I remember coming over and dropping a beer off and not even talking to you, just dropping it off with a charity.
Yeah.
Man.
It was like one of the 16 times I claim I had COVID.
Yeah, this dude has had COVID more than
I'm always
anybody
like,
I've
I
known.
don't know, man. I'm feeling like I
don't
got
know.
COVID
You
again.
can tell when every symptom falls into that category.
Right.
I mean, you know, what do you do?
Yeah.
You know.
But do you
yeah.
remember the beer that we drank that day?
I do, and I see it right here.
Yeah, so I was
What?
able to get one. This isn't the exact same batch, but it's the same beer.
Brother, is this the same beer from the first episode?
From
I
episode one.
I gotta shed
it's
a
got a
tear
different-
on this one. I gotta shed a salty.
Are you one of those single tier people?
He's one of these single tier motherfuckers over here.
It was just so funny to say we're going to zoom in on a single tier, and he's already calling it out like, before we got started, and then he's already
It's
like,
got to be organic. Come
Yeah, it's
on,
gotta be
man.
organic.
All right, we'll come.
This guy.
We'll circle back to that
It was
tier.
almost like we had like a laugh track or like a audience clap sign. We have like a Brian cry sign.
Yeah.
It's like, now's the time,
That
Brian.
was- okay, I needed, you know what? Yeah, I needed the sign
Yeah.
in back of me.
Yeah,
But
because
there's no Sasquatch on it though. Is it a Sasquatch?
Mm.
that is the double chocolate
cherry stout. It is the same beer. I don't know why Sasquatch is he not on there?
No, he's missing. They replaced him with the barrel.
They replaced him with the Iron Root barrel. Huh.
Dang.
Wow.
R.I.P.
Did they collab with Iron Root on this?
They did, which Iron Root is the local distillery here in Denison.
Gotcha.
So they just aged it in their barrels. This one's been aging. I mean, it's been since 2019 is when it was
Oh, that is cool.
barreled. So
Nice.
it should be in its prime.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be too hot, meaning like too alcoholic. But you're the one that's best with the glugs. Do you want to
Nice.
glug us up?
And Larry,
I'm gonna try to find
remember-
this picture because I took
Yeah,
a
do
picture
it.
of that first
Yeah, of the
episode.
box. I remember you held on to the box for a while.
Oh, I've
in
still
your
got the
office.
box.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we do still have it. Yeah, it's around here somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll grab it while
But
he does
remember,
this.
I remember the picture for that. You wanted me to take a picture and then you superimpose it as if we're cheersing.
Yep, I did that too.
Yeah. So and it was this beer can that we were cheersing.
I post a lot on Instagram.
Yeah, it's gonna go way back.
Yeah.
There's
The
not a way to
Wayback
just
Machine.
skip pages.
Now you just scroll.
Oh yeah.
But
Okay, let me pour this.
yeah, so
All right,
here's
get the glove
it was
going.
this.
Oh.
Yeah, look, it's the same thing.
No,
had
look, that Sasquatch is
The
on.
Sasquatch in the background,
He's got a suit. It doesn't. I don't know.
and then there's us cheersing the beer
Yeah.
virtually.
The virtual cheers.
The
We're not even
virtual
coming in the
cheers.
same angle. We're both like coming in like this and looking that way and cheersing a
Whoa.
random person.
Well, it's okay.
How did y'all pull
No
that
joke.
Off, though?
I was like, "Hey,
That's
Lily,
legit.
can you take a picture of me?" And I just
Yeah.
held it out.
Gotcha.
gosh.
Gotcha. That is super
I guess
cool.
you would have had to use your left hand.
No, I mean I'm sure Charity took the picture.
Oh, and you were using your left hand.
I was cheersing. I wasn't selfieing. I'm not.
Ah,
gonna
that looks like the
selfie.
right,
I don't know.
right hand or
Maybe
the
it
left
is his right hand. I don't know.
Right hand or right hand,
I was
actually.
cheersing, dude.
Yeah, that's solid. That's a solid virtual
I-
cheers, man.
You ain't gonna catch me taking a selfie. I'm not part of the TikTok generation.
Oh man, don't get me started on that. Dad mode. Yeah, that's the one I was thinking about. That's the box.
So you are right. He Sasquatch is on it, and he's just wearing a top hat.
Yeah,
He just looks
Oh,
extra
yeah.
fancy.
Yep.
So sit that in the corner over there 'cause it
Boom.
looks cool.
I gotcha.
It actually doesn't,
What's
but
up, Sass?
it's fine.
Sasquatch.
Sashy.
Old Sashy.
We nicknamed him a long time ago.
Right,
I
there we
dig
go.
it.
First one up. Here, I'll set it right,
Right
there.
on. Well,
So I figured we would do
Thank you, brother.
You're welcome.
kind of a nostalgia, but also do a little bit of barrel fest. We're gonna do a couple of barrel aged beers.
I love
Nice.
it, man.
Did you make a mess?
I did. Do you have a paper towel? if
my
not,
gosh.
no big deal.
Deal with it.
Yeah, I'll deal with it.
Who's gonna be here to take the picture of us doing the cheers, man?
Right.
You know,
There's
go-
cameras
I mean,
everywhere.
just take a
Did you
still.
forget we were in a studio?
Yeah, yeah.
Cheers.
See?
Thanks, guys.
All right, cheers, guys.
That's bringing me back.
What does?
Bringing me back to
It's-
what was
Hey, that's actually
2020?
pretty smooth.
It is smooth.
Yeah.
really
It's not like super boozy. You do get the barrel
Ooh.
and like the whiskey from the barrel, but it's
Yeah.
not like crazy.
It does
See, this
kinda-
just says batch 2. It doesn't have a date on it.
Look, this is double chocolate. This is double chocolate, double cherry, double oaked.
Oh, so it's all.
So it is a
double.
different beer.
Okay.
Double chocolate. Wait, what do you mean?
It's not just double chocolate.
Double chocolate cherry.
Well,
Okay.
What
he's
are you
calling
seeing?
out double.
It said double on there.
Yeah.
Oh, right here,
Yeah.
double
Yeah,
chocolate,
all
double
double.
cherry, double
Actually, it's
oaked.
a
Okay,
double-
but they
tri-
called it
triple
the same thing for whatever reason.
It's fantastic.
It is.
I
It's great.
wonder.
Do you have to be kind of? Is this like a seasonal? I mean, kind of. It's starting to cool off. I
I mean, I wouldn't drink this in the summer. No,
That's what I'm saying. So we're kind of like we're up against a cool, cooler weather.
dude, I'm so glad the weather has just gone down.
I would almost
Yeah, it's
cheers a
nice.
second time for that.
I mean,
You know?
we can.
Cheers, cheers,
we
bud.
can be
Alright,
weird.
cheers. to the
cheers,
weather.
mate.
I like how
Like, whatever.
We're doing this. Let's
We're doing
do it.
it. We're in there.
to the weather. Like,
Man, dude, as soon
you
as
don't seem like you're down for it.
No, if
Man.
if we're gonna keep this up, then yeah,
I'm done, yeah.
my energy's
You're
gonna go
getting-
low. We're like cheersing again. I'm like, yay,
Yay.
another one.
Dude, I will say this: as soon as you crack that bad boy open, I could smell the aroma.
Yeah,
Like it's
Tell me
so,
about it.
Just rich, flavor filled. Just the
yeah.
aroma is just. It's almost
Yeah.
like I think of the old commercial, "The Best Part of Waking Up." I would
Coffee?
say is
Yeah.
903 in your cup.
Okay.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh,
There
really?
you go.
I'm just saying.
Reserved beer.
Reserved.
It'll
barrel
wake you up
aged.
in the morning.
Let me get another.
This thing will have me taking an early nap if I woke up to the drink like this.
So you're talking. I'm looking at 15% ABV on this guy.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, 15.
Oh,
Solid.
wow.
Pungent.
15%. Was this one 15 as well?
Let's see. So Untappd says it was 13
13.
And I gotta say,
because
man,
it does list batch number 2 on here. It doesn't list the. Maybe this is the reserve. It doesn't even. I don't know which one this is.
You know, and kind of going back to the nostalgia and the evolution of the podcast. Well, really, the studio, i.e., the podcast. I think to myself, dude, there was never a day I would have ever cracked one of these had I not started hanging out with you guys.
True.
You guys have noticed my palate has kind of evolved over the years. And
Oh, that
I'm
is
here
one
for
thing
it,
that I've
dude.
enjoyed.
Yeah,
I've enjoyed that. And drinking real beer.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we've talked about that. So is there ever like a wrong craft beer? Like, because we've talked about it over the years of, hey, maybe somebody's palate just isn't there. They're not ready for a craft beer. Or, you know.
I used to be a big snob. I'll
and we
crack
can
open a
appreciate that.
Curacao or a Corona
Right,
like
yeah.
any day of the week. It don't matter anymore.
Yeah.
Like I used to look down my nose at people that drink those, and now I'm like, nah, they're damn good beers. Like what was I
Absolutely.
thinking?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like-
same.
Absolutely.
I don't know about I haven't had a domestic beer in a while, but
Right.
like a Corona.
do
or
a
something like that.
Curacao, like a Coors Original.
Like a banquet
Uh-huh.
or
Dude,
banquet.
they are great.
They are.
It's a really good, like, clean lager.
Yeah.
Do a good job.
Yeah,
like,
they do.
Yeah.
I can't.
Well,
I can't
think,
complain.
I think you're like me, come full circle, and now you just want beer that tastes like beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
Which I'm not mad at having something a little extra.
Yeah, this is extra.
Today.
This is kind of a
yeah.
treat.
You could cut this with a Corzo. Pour some of this on a
Whoa,
Corzo.
you almost
Woo,
could.
amplify that baby.
I don't know if you'd amplify it, but
You would amplify the Corzo.
Really?
It would.
oh, you would
enhance it.
amplify the Curacao.
The
I thought you were
Corzo.
amplifying this.
No,
Oh,
not
yeah.
this. It would be.
That makes sense.
It'd only benefit that one.
Yeah.
It doesn't work in reverse.
So anyway, you know, long stories, all that to be said, dude, I appreciate this barrel age. Man, it's just next level. You know, when I don't know, back in my younger days, if you would, you know, sticking to the old lake nectars or domestics, right? This is something totally different.
Yeah,
and it
it's
took me
good.
some time to get there, but man, I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Nice.
So it's been great, dude.
So if we're rating this one,
Yeah, man.
what are you guys going with here?
I can tell you what I'm coming out of
All
the
right,
gate
what are you coming with?
I mean, out of the gate, bro, right
Out the
now.
gate. Out the
I'm
gate.
coming in
Hot.
at a 5.
Oh, you're going with a full 5.
You can't
Okay.
full.
I'm coming in
You
with
come
a
full
5.
fledged.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you
I wasn't
think?
going with a 5. I was
Oh,
thinking like
that's fair.
a 4.5.
Okay.
I mean, it is
Yeah.
hella good. Like, don't
It's
get me
super
wrong.
good.
Maybe we should just give it a 5. Shit. Maybe
I mean,
I'm
why
just
not?
like being an ass.
I know it's-
Well, I was gonna go 4, and you're going
Yeah.
4.5. So in the middle is good. I just right now, I just don't think this is the season for me for reserve.
Okay, you're
beers.
not quite
Okay.
there yet.
So give it a
in the
month.
Season.
I don't even think a month. I think a season of life.
all right.
You know,
So-
I think I need to give it a few years before I have any more reserve
Yeah,
beers.
no, I get that, dude. I don't come in often with a reserve, and you'll have to help me out with the reserve. So the reserve is the age style, is the
Yeah,
style, right?
Like this beer was brewed
You said
before
in
we did our first
2019?
episode. Yeah, it was
Whoa.
brewed and then it was stuck in a liquor barrel
I mean,
and just sat in the cellar for years.
I mean, I heard it initially, but when I think about
Yeah.
what goes into the process of this beer, dude, that's why I'm coming out of the gate with a 5. I mean, there's a lot that went into that.
oh yeah,
And I don't know.
but that's what caused it to have such high alcohol too.
Gotcha.
And it also
Makes
has that
sense.
more like flatter taste.
You catching a bit of a flatter taste?
I mean, it's
'cause of the
intentional.
age?
It's like the way it's supposed to taste.
Oh,
yeah. Like
okay.
this is the way that this type of beer is supposed to taste. Really sweet.
Okay.
Really
It was
boozy.
it was in those barrels for 13 months.
Right.
So they brewed the beer, put it in the barrels for 13 months, and then I've sat on it since 2019.
Whoa.
Oh, you've been sitting on it since 2019?
Well, no, I haven't, but
Yeah. But
where the person I got it from has
Yeah.
been sitting on it since.
Makes sense.
Or I mean,
I-
it was barreled, so maybe 18 months after 2019
I
is when
just
he's been
didn't
sitting on it. But
distinguish.
Yeah.
I just didn't distinguish like the flatness of
Yeah,
the
it's
beer
not
because
highly
it's not going to be highly
not
carb.
Yeah,
highly
highly
carb
carb.
because the flavor is so strong, like
Yeah.
so flavor forward. So I don't know. It makes sense though. It's
Yeah.
been sitting. It's been
I mean,
aging.
I say it's the 100th episode. Let's just go with the highest score. We're giving it a 5.
Let's do it. Let's go big. Yeah.
wonder
So-
what it would be like to take a beer like this and then to drop some of those like carbonation drops in it and just give it one last carbonation.
I like
Would that
this.
just ruin it?
I like where
Come
his
on,
head's
scientists.
at. Yeah, I like where his
So
head's at.
basically, this is what you have to worry about. I mean, some beers I do think are overly carbed, like almost like soda is really carbed.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's
What
too
it
much.
does is it gives
Yeah.
you like this tingle on the tongue, and it
Yeah.
gives you like almost like a spicy sensation of some kind because of the tingle.
Yeah.
I think that goes really well with a lot of beers. I don't think it is for a stout, in my opinion.
Okay.
I don't want a stout that is that carbed, and those drops do like carb the crap out of a beer.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't,
It had
not
to
in a
burp
stout, but like lagers. I mean, American lagers are like that. We found this out when we did Oktoberfest that like we liked the Sam Adams because
higher
it
carb.
was higher carb.
It
where
was, yeah.
Yeah.
we did like a Paulaner or another one that was straight from Munich, Germany, and they weren't quite as carb. So like they were still good in flavor, but we preferred the bite that you get out of the carb.
Yeah.
100%.
There are certain beers that I think works really well for. Personally, I don't think it does for a stout, but that's just me.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm crazy.
But what
That
about a
makes sense.
reserved one? You know what I mean?
It'd be
But
something I've never had.
I guess scientifically, will something go awry? Will it create
yeah, some
something
kind of
like
chemical
wrong?
reaction
Yeah,
or,
like
you
it'll
know.
just ruin the beer.
I mean, I don't know that it would. No,
All right.
you'd have to put it into a bottle, and then you'd have to. And so the only way that it would do it is basically what happens is like there's when you use those carb drops, you're basically putting beer that has like residual like yeast in it, like
Yeah.
floating around in it.
Oh, really?
And those, you're basically just adding sugar to it, and the yeast eats the sugar, turns it into CO2, but you're not letting it out.
You're reactivating
There's
it.
definitely
Yeah,
something
so
there's probably
if
not
there's
a lot
not
of
a
yeast in here,
then,
yeah.
then it may not actually work. It may just turn out to be like super sweet,
Oh yeah,
but you
right.
don't want it to be overly sweet.
Makes sense.
Right. No,
yeah.
that makes
Because
sense.
I think this has a good balance of sweetness,
Mm-hmm.
barrel. I mean, if you told me this, I mean, I knew this was more than 10%, but 15%, I don't know that I would have guessed.
Right.
You saying it's
really
Because it's
sweet?
not like super boozy.
You're right. It's really sweet.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like it.
But that's the double.
Well, I was gonna say you put it to the test. You know, if you want to mix it with the Coors O. You know?
I mean, I don't have one, or else I
I'm
would
surprised
just
he didn't
crack
pull
one
one out
open.
of his pocket. Put it to the test, boy.
Boom.
I mean, I can
That
throw
was-
Corona on top of it.
Bam. Hey, I don't know.
No, we
about
got 2 other beers. We're good.
Yeah.
I don't need to be mixing a fourth.
But
one in
we
here.
are not we're not just going to be doing nostalgia all day. We're
Fair
just going to
enough.
do a regular old episode of the
You're
show.
like, no more nostalgia.
Yeah,
Knock
we're
it
switching
off.
gears. No more tears.
We're just going to do a regular old episode of the show, but I do want to mention one thing. Like,
Yeah, man.
some of the interviews that we've done have been really fun.
Mm-hmm.
Larry, I really wish that you would have been there when me and Brian went up to Celestial and basically just helped him clean.
Right.
That's all we
right.
did. It was so much fun though.
I mean, I had
Yeah.
fun that day.
It was a fun day.
But I liked going out to my buddy Brock's place,
Yeah, that was
eating
fun.
some barbecue,
Yeah.
having some fun
Yeah.
with him. So there's been some memorable ones. We will continue to do them. Whenever you guys are free, if I do them and you guys are free, come with me.
Yeah.
I've done a few of them, but by myself. But I'd love to have a companion.
For sure, man.
But let's go ahead and get into just a regular old episode here.
Let's do it.
So I'm going to show you a couple of videos that I saw on the internet that I just thought were kind of crazy and want to get your reaction to them, okay?
All right.
All right.
This first one talks about the problem that we have in America right now, and it's the inflation problem,
Okay.
okay?
See if we break the internet.
What up, Council? My name is Chad Kroger.
Let me just get straight to it. Inflation is out of control.
Yep.
I just got back from a boys' trip to Vegas. Shout out to Bong. We're celebrating his incoming nut tiles. And while we were there, we loaded up on fat bottles of Tito's.
Yes.
Bong
Nice.
crowd surfed, and Danny had a deep conversation with one of the bottle girls about the state of masculinity. Anyways, we're finishing up the night. Then we get the bill back. I'm not jonesing you dudes. Each bottle cost 800 bones. I can remember just a
Look at the
month
guy
ago
throwing
when
up
a bottle of
8.
Tito's
He's
cost
good at 8.
this
He's
war
his
in
hype
Russia
man.
is killing us. Now inflation has affected us so hard.
Inflation.
I call my dad to afford an epic night with the fellas.
Yes.
And now I want to know, when do we stomp our vans down and say nah?
Nah.
It's so rampant that it stifled one of our most basic rights.
Yes.
Like bottle
Vegas.
service at affordable
Bottle
prices.
service.
So that's why I'm hereby requesting that the city of Los Angeles put a governor lock on inflation by keeping high-end booze affordable.
Oh,
Now more
man.
than ever, the world is so topsy-turvy.
Topsy turvy.
All right, late.
He's,
All right,
he's being dead.
Is that
He's
Chad?
dead
Yeah,
serious.
is that Chad or what? I mean, what are we doing?
I mean, it's total
Yeah,
frat boy for
yeah,
sure.
He's a
That-
Californian.
Man.
He
That
shortens
is-
all the words. Inflate.
I'm not joking you dudes.
I mean, he's hitting all the points.
Yeah.
He's hitting all the highs, all the lows. He's
Bottle
everywhere.
service at affordable prices.
Yeah.
He said his bro had a
Tight,
deep
man.
conversation with the bottle chick.
Yeah.
Like, what does that have to do with anything?
Nothing. Total side note. Total side note. That was awesome.
Yeah, that was awesome.
No, man.
There's-
He's taking it to the man.
Yeah, but
You
his
know?
battle is with bottle service, which is
Yeah,
already a
that's-
super inflated thing.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh! I've
yeah.
I've never had it, but I've only heard.
I can only imagine. I mean, it's supply and demand, so because
It is.
people are there saying, I want this, they're going to charge a lot for it.
Yeah.
sure.
But already, liquor in general is so expensive because of the taxation of it. It's not even just inflation. It's like if I go to the liquor store and buy a bottle, it's $20. If a bar goes and buys a bottle, it's $300.
Oh yeah, $300. Yeah, $300.
Well,
Because
it's
of the
it's like that.
taxes.
increase.
It's so high.
So it's like that
insane
for
the
a lot
government-
of things, not just not
When
just
you put a service
liquor.
behind it, right?
So-
Liquor's the worst taxing.
I
What's
look
worse?
at I don't know about taxing, but I know like for instance like UFC fights.
Okay.
We buy a UFC fight. It costs us $75 at home. You're a business and you purchase a UFC
Right.
fight. You have to purchase the business license for it, and it costs like $3,500.
Well, that's
And that's
not
because
the
you're going to
government,
bring
though.
You're bringing in-
You're
Yeah,
right.
that's not a tax.
But that's the comparison that I have is it goes, hey, you're going to be making a lot of money off this, so we're going to charge you more. In the end, you're going to make so much money, this isn't going to mean anything to you. And it sounds like that's
Right.
what the government's idea is. Hey, you're a bar, you're going to sell a 1 ounce shot for $8. Cool, then you have to pay us extra for it. I'm not saying it's right.
They sell it for $8 because of the taxing.
Well-
They would sell it for $1 if they could make a profit on it. Because more people would buy liquor and beer there. People would be there all day.
I don't.
Yeah.
I think that they would still sell it for $8.
No, it's gonna be competition. So it's gonna be, what are the other bars selling it? We're gonna sell it for cheaper. There's no way to go cheaper when it comes to the government's taxes.
Yeah,
man.
but Applebee's was doing dollar margaritas, and look, they're out of business here in town.
Yeah, but that wasn't, dude. That was a
was
super
on
thick
them.
glass.
Oh, I know.
And it was the smallest amount of
Yeah, it was
actual
terrible.
liquor in
The
there.
Oh, I
worst.
know.
It was a sprinkle.
But I'm just saying, like
They would just
that's,
do this, dink, and throw some tequila in there, and
Right.
then sell it to you
Be
for
nothing
$1.
but margarita mix.
ice and margarita
Yeah.
mix.
What I hear is the basic like capitalist like model, right? It is supply and demand. The more people want it, the more I'm going to charge for it.
Yeah.
Right.
Or, i.e., or if I've got, less supply, higher cost, more supply, lower cost.
Right.
I don't know.
But the liquor actually
But-
gets like audited. They come and do audits.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sure they
Yes.
do. Yeah.
So they make sure, like,
Especially in
you're not
Texas.
cutting anybody any deals. We get our cut. It's truly taxation at the finest because of the percentage
Right.
of the cost. Like a bottle, imagine like you're in Mexico and you're making a bottle of tequila. It probably costs $3 to make a fifth.
Yeah.
It makes it to America. It's high end. That $3 bottle.
They're charging like 50, 60
Dude,
bucks.
it's,
you know-
at that
the
point.
total cost of it, $60,
Yeah.
$70,
$100
Dude,
or whatever. it
my
is.
Yeah.
sister's in-laws are.
That's what the government's making. $70
my
on it.
sister's
Wow.
in-laws are from Mexico, and like when they would go to Mexico to visit family, my dad would always tell them to pick up a couple of bottles of tequila
Right.
because it was like dirt cheap over there.
But
Yeah.
It makes me think: is it the government making the money though, or is it like the private sector?
It's the
like-
taxing, dude. It's so
So
high.
it is the taxing?
It's the taxing.
Wow.
I mean, I don't know.
The government
That is
taxes. That's why we have
wild to me.
we have a whole government agency for alcohol,
that regulates
tobacco,
and firearms.
firearms.
Yeah.
So, but you
Yeah.
think that it is because I know like the TABC here in Texas is
Yeah.
kind of ridiculous with some of their laws.
They're
Yeah.
pretty.
Do
yeah.
you think it's state by state or is it a federal thing?
It's
Good
federal.
question.
Federal
Is it
taxing.
federal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now it might change various areas, but like, honestly, it's not just the taxing of liquor; it's the taxing of liquor sold at establishments.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
They charge. They government comes in and takes all that.
Yeah, 'cause
money.
I buy a
they
$30
have to
bottle of
charge you for so
Tito's.
much.
and they end up making like $1,000 off of that bottle.
Yeah.
Right. The government makes more money than the business, and then does the original business who made the bottle.
Yeah.
You know what it makes me
It's
think
insane.
of? So my ex, she was a waitress bartender for a while, and I remember like the owner of the business would send her down the street to the liquor store to stock up. Well, I'm confident to say that they're turnkey. They're marking up their prices at the bar
Well, yeah.
for that same
Really,
product.
they're allowed to do that?
Yeah.
Because they have
Yeah.
certain labels that they put on it. I wonder
Right.
if they have to buy it at the high price.
See, I don't know. I
If
know
not,
for
then
a
that's
fact.
illegal.
Right. I know for a fact
Because
that
they do. They
I
have
don't know anything
certain-
about it.
They have certain
Yeah.
labels they even have to put on it to say this is one that they pay their taxes on, almost like a stamp.
Well, yeah, and maybe
And
even though
it's-
I've seen in the bottle, like maybe there's certain stamps within the bottle, but I
Yeah.
don't know. I know that they were going literally down the street to buy like cartons of
Yeah, I
beers
mean,
and stuff
I've
like
I've
that,
heard
but-
of that. Like people go into like wine stores and buying
Yeah.
wine to resell at
But,
their
and you
at
know
their
they're
bars.
marking it up.
I've seen
at
that.
the establishment. They're putting a markup on.
Oh,
it.
they're going to mark it up for sure to resell it.
Well, yeah, they're gonna try to
But
make money
think
on
about
it.
this.
So duh.
To your point, though, you're paying the tax on the purchase price. You're paying the tax on the back end to sell it at a markup. So there are multiple occasions that government is getting their taxes. There's multiple. They're on
that too. They always
Yeah.
get taxed on the front end and the back end.
and yes on both.
However, the tax. I wish I would Google.
Uncle
Google
Sam
like
has
what
gotta
is the
get-
tax for a business? Like how much does a bottle of
It's
like I don't know what to even call it. The
Yeah.
business tax for a liquor bottle. It is so high.
You could say liquor tax.
liquor
Yeah.
tax.
I know there's like specific liquor tax for sure.
It's not even just, and then in addition to that, the permits that you have to pay.
Right.
You have to pay the government
You're
to even
paying-
sell, to even make them money.
Yeah.
It's like they're a pimp, and then
they
it's
are.
like you pay us for me to be your
If the-
pimp,
if
and
the
then you pay
government-
me once you do make money.
If the government is the pimp, what does that make us?
Oh, we already know. We already know. What's the percentage?
So this is what it's saying about just Texas and in general. It
Yeah,
says
let's
the
see
state of
what
Texas
Texas-
imposes 2 taxes on alcoholic beverages that impact holders
Yep.
of certain permits under the TABC.
Mm-hmm.
So there's already 2 different taxes, whatever it is.
Front end, back end, probably.
Yeah.
Distiller-
I
I
wish
mean,
I just
yeah.
knew the percentage. It's such a high
Yeah.
percentage, man.
20. The entire mandatory. There was something about a 20% into that's gratuity and excess.
So if
It
there's a
is-
gratuity of 20%, they take more than that. That's already a
Yeah.
thing. That's a thing with waitresses and bartenders where they don't claim their tips because the government taxes the crap out of their tips.
I think I've heard of that.
So they don't claim
they're
all
not
their
even
tips.
claiming their
They
tips.
only claim their credit card tips.
So it's kind of like the under the table.
They take the cash.
Yeah.
And, the best that they can, but you get taxed the crap out of that.
It says
stuff,
the only
man.
mixed beverage tax in the state is imposed at a rate of 14%. So it's on top of it's.
So
I mean,
this-
14% compared to our normal 8.25 is still. I mean, it's double the amount.
but that's the state making the money. That's a state.
That's the state.
That's-
The
yeah.
federal, man, to sell the liquor at an establishment is so high. I wish I knew what to search. Let me see.
There's got to be.
Federal
You just put.
tax on.
I mean, we know somebody's
He's
getting
bringing
their
up
money.
Texas because we're here in Texas, I
Yeah.
guess.
We know somebody's getting their money for sure.
Yeah.
There's got to be. But I almost wonder,
And
like,
it says over 16 to 21%.
are we just
There's hold on. This gives you
Look,
some
I
information.
searched it, and how hard do the distillers get taxed?
I was just
the
thinking the same
distillers
thing.
are getting
You've
taxed
got breweries.
$2.70 per gallon.
what?
So they make $2.70 off the front end before it ever goes to a
Before it
liquor.
even ships, distributors.
They're making
or-
so much money off of this stuff, man.
Man.
It's just
There, yeah,
raping
there it is
people.
right there. 270 on the front end. First, the 100,000 proof gallons.
Yeah, 270. That's
Over.
that's the people who actually distill the spirits.
Yeah. Distilled spirits tax rate.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Wow.
tobacco. I don't care about that.
Yeah, it's so excessive.
Well, I guess it's either that or prohibition.
16% on wine.
The government
Oh, it
just
depends
figured
on
out-
the alcohol volume.
Yeah,
Really?
it does. They just figured out how to make money off of it.
they did, and people still
Yeah.
bootleg alcohol too.
Yeah.
They still
They do.
do. They're still bootleggers. It's just not as
They're-
popular.
So they are the ultimate gangsters.
Like
bro.
in the state of Texas, it's
The
considered
government.
illegal to like create to like
It is.
distill.
Bootleg.
But in Oklahoma, it's legal.
Really?
You can distill in Oklahoma.
Oh, okay.
Can't distribute it though.
No, you can't. You can only do it for personal use.
That's when it becomes
Okay.
bootlegging. Even if you just try to transport large amounts.
Yeah.
it's
Get you
like
for that.
yeah.
Okay.
It's
I
like,
mean, I
oh,
think-
what are you doing?
they
What are
can
you doing,
get
daughter?
you in
Like a
Texas,
bar? What are you
too.
doing, daughter's moonshine?
Yeah.
I
They
think
come
if
in,
I'm
they throw you
like
in the
traveling
paddy
with,
wagon.
if I'm traveling with like homebrew, I think that
Yeah.
if somebody were to stop me, they could say something about it. Even here in
Hey,
Texas.
see,
Hey.
I'm gonna put you in a paddy wagon, boy.
Dang.
The old school, dude.
Did yours
Hey.
have Cody floaties
I
in
had
it?
I
Yeah.
had floaties in the bottom.
It looks like it's
I
a.
will
Like chocolate?
Hey, when I was roughnecking
Yeah.
it up
It's
in
a
Arkansas, they were
little
doing
bit of
the
that
same
barrel.
thing, dude. They were distilling up in the hills in Arkansas when I was up there roughnecking. Yeah.
I watched the competition show for distilling, and it was really interesting.
Yeah.
Because all the people
Moonshiners.
were like, yeah, that's what it was.
Do it.
And
And they avoid the tax, dude.
they do.
That's how they
for
get around the
themselves.
tax.
But I mean, everything else is taxed. All the ingredients taxed.
True. See, it's
Everything's
front end
taxed.
and back end.
Their money the
Everything.
money that they spend to buy the materials.
That's what I'm
taxed.
saying, dude. The government is the ultimate gangsters, bro.
Well,
Anyway.
let's get into something a little bit
I
more
know.
fun, all right, guys?
I'm just saying,
You're
let's do it.
depressing me.
Yeah, this is depressing.
So,
Yeah, go ahead.
we're all dads.
We broke the internet.
We're
Yeah.
all dads.
Yep.
How often do
Yes,
you guys
we are.
tell dad jokes?
Okay, so before
right,
we
go
get
ahead.
into this, we got to define what a dad joke is because
Thank
it's
you.
been
Thank you.
misused.
All right.
What do
And
you
I feel
think
like
a dad
we've
joke is?
misused it. A dad joke is something that a dad says over and over, and only he thinks it's funny. So it doesn't even have a punchline. It's just something he says.
Where's the punchline?
Like here's an example. A dad, he farts when he walks, and then he says, "Oh look, stepped on a bullfrog." Nobody's laughing but him.
the ultimate
No,
dad
no,
joke.
wait.
You hear that bullfrog, boy?
So it's all
That's
dads
a
laugh
squeaky
at it, is what it
floorboard.
is. It's not
Yeah,
just
only
you.
dads laugh at it,
Yes.
and it's something he always says.
That is, I so do that all the time. Oh, you hear that squeaky floorboard?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a dad joke.
Yeah.
And then your kids just roll their eyes like,
Oh,
"Oh,
Do you hear them barking spiders?
Barking
Barking
spiders.
spiders, bro. That's a. I think.
Oh,
It's
the
a Texas
first time
thing.
I ever heard this is somebody said he stepped on a frog.
Yeah.
It's when I was a kid, and it was like
was a dad joke.
one of our
That's a dad
coaches,
joke.
and he was
So-
like the most like just he didn't like crack jokes. He was always serious all the time because he was like a basketball coach,
dry,
Yep.
dry.
and
sense
he was
of
getting out of the
humor.
car
Yep.
and ripped one. Told me to watch out for that frog that I stepped
Watch out
on.
for that frog, boy. That's the best ones because then they're dead serious.
So that
100%.
that being said, I say them way more often than I even know that I'm doing them.
Yeah, me too.
Way
So
more
according to Wikipedia, a dad joke is a joke, typically a pun, often presented as a one-liner or a question and answer, but less often a narrative.
often.
Yeah,
Ultimate-
no narratives. No narratives.
Just one liner.
So-
yeah, if you're telling like a narrative, like these guys came into a bar and then they ordered this. Or
No.
that, that's not
No.
a dad joke.
So,
Which you're great at, by the way.
so this is the thing.
That's funny.
Dad
You try to
jokes.
hype me up.
Are they innocent?
Yes.
Innocent. What does that? What does that mean?
Define
We need to
innocent.
just
Like,
define innocent.
Are they? Just listen.
I walked into the kitchen yesterday
Just.
and said to my dad, "Hey, I'm hungry." And my dad said, "Hi, hungry."
Yep, that's
Yeah.
a dad joke.
It broke his heart. Dad joke survivors.
Yeah. Hey, hungry.
Well, we were having dinner and Dad spilled his peas on the table.
Oh
He
no.
looked right at me and said, "Oh no, I have just peed on the table."
And he's been telling that since he's eaten peas his whole life.
Yes.
He waits till peas get spilled to say that.
Dad asked me, "Have you heard about the new movie Constipation?" I was all like, "What? No."
What?
And he said, "It never came out."
he was taken back. He was taken back by that one.
Boy, it never came out.
Constipation.
Oh no, he hates the
Yeah.
film industry now.
He does. It changed. It wrecked his life.
Dude,
I
yes.
went past the aquarium and he said to me, "How many tickles does it take to make an octopus laugh?" And he said, 10 tickles. Like,
Tentacles.
what? Tentacles.
Yes. Abby's. She's done. She's scared
Hey,
of.
Dad, can you make me a sandwich?
What did Dad say?
What'd he say?
What do you say?
Abracadabra. You are a sandwich.
Oh.
Oh, that's harsh.
You see, it's all about the question.
I don't.
That's the thing is whenever your dads try to like correct the kid's English.
I think what Joe's alluding at here, though, is that our dad jokes are ruining children's lives.
He did. I mean, I see it in my kid's face. Every time I say one, they seriously are just annoyed with me. And I feel like they're getting to a point where they're like starting to think I'm an idiot.
This sounds like an intervention at this point, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
Like Luke gets to a point where he doesn't even ask, "Can he do anything anymore?" He just says, "May I?" Even if it doesn't make any sense, because he understands that I know
Yes.
that I'm going to say, "Yeah, I'm sure you can do that."
yeah.
Dad, he's like so frustrated.
Dad,
What?
Ah,
Come on, Dad.
no.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
Exactly. Where it doesn't even make any sense, and he just says, "May I do whatever?" And it doesn't
Man.
make sense now.
Mother, may I?
Yeah.
Yes, you may.
Yes, you may. So I've got a friend that he is epic at dad jokes because it's all about timing,
Yeah.
It's all about placement,
Yep.
right? And it'll catch you off guard, and you're like, dude, that was great.
Need a little something.
Oh yeah, man. Are we cleaning? Yeah, but
Go ahead.
mine are never like appropriately timed or placed.
How's he? And do you have an example of
I
one
don't.
of his? Okay.
I will say, kind of catches you off guard, in a way.
Okay.
So I think any good joke has a kind of a good punchline. It's all about timing.
The
Really.
reason why jokes are funny is because you say the unexpected.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's what makes them funny.
Like that's what's
Yeah.
funny about it. You go, that's not the way I thought you were gonna go about that. So
Yep, I would agree.
My kids
I
have
would
never
agree with
liked
that.
dad jokes, but they do like dad magic.
Really?
And it's not. I'm not the best magician.
what would you call dad magic?
where I just do
Yeah,
some sort of
define that.
magic trick where I try to deceive them.
oh,
And
hey,
then
look
I-
over
and
here,
then I
kids.
don't- yeah.
Just kidding.
Like one time, I don't know what I did, but I remember like I made the cards disappear, and then I stuffed them under the cat, and then I'm
Blew
like,
their-
look under the cat, and they still talk about it to
Blew
this day.
their
They're like,
mind.
remember when Dad made those cards appear under Poos?
My mind would have been blown. How do
Yeah,
you
so
say
they
that?
like
yes.
The other
Wait,
day,
did you just say
Blown.
blowed?
Blown.
the other day I showed them the old trick. Remember when we were kids and we would like fill our hands on our pants with lighter fluid and then light it?
Yes, I do remember
I
that.
did it on the table and I
Just
went. I was like, "Y'all watch! I want to
Ready?
turn my hand into a candle." And then they were like, "Dad, what are you doing?" They're like terrified about the flame.
Man,
And then
I
a few
miss
days
those
later, they were
days.
like asking me how I did
How
it.
did you do that, Dad? Yeah, I missed the
gotta
days.
worry
So
about
I never
that.
did that with lighter fluid. That sounds awful.
It just burns
It
up.
sounds like it burns hot,
just
but I
burns
did it
up.
with like Axe body spray.
Oh, you can do that. You
Yeah.
can actually do torches with that.
Well,
Right, you
yeah,
torch
but
it.
no, like
Yeah.
literally, you just spray it on you, and as long as it's still wet, you just light it.
What does that say about
Oh,
the
yeah,
body
yeah, yeah.
spray? It makes me wonder.
It's very flammable.
Like some sort of alcohol in it.
We would always spray it.
Yeah.
It's like alcohol based, I'm sure.
When I was a kid, we did this thing when I would roll around and like back roading it with friends and stuff,
Yes.
and we'd be hanging out in the truck. We would do this thing where you just lock the windows and you unload a can of Axe spray and everybody dies. It
No.
like sucks your breath away.
It does. You
You're
can't
like
breathe.
You're like literally in a building that's on fire.
That sounds awful.
And you don't have to light it. You just spray it and it sucks your
Could you
breath
imagine
away.
if
Everybody's
somebody
like
just-
going,
what if somebody
dying.
just happened to light something?
You're right. Hindsight, that was
Hindsight.
very dangerous. We could have a
Knowing that
we
it's
could have had a
flammable.
yeah. And then we roll down a window and create like a backdraft.
You still can't
Like,
breathe.
That's how
we got a
you-
ladder 49 situation going on.
Literally,
Inside
that's
the car.
how. Because when I was younger, I made potato guns,
Oh,
where
yeah.
you actually shoot a
y'all
potato
did
out of
that?
it.
Oh yeah,
With
those,
Axe
those,
body
those
spray?
things are dangerous.
You do, but no,
Yes.
we did it with hairspray. Just spray
Yeah.
hairspray into the chamber,
Okay.
and do it with not even a lighter, but the lighter like flint at the
Yes.
end
Yeah.
of a lighter, and that lights that up. So it's basically the same thing, just in a big area.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
It is
I
causing
see it.
death.
You're right.
Yeah.
We were basically a giant potato gun. If we would have sparked it, there would have been a head shot out.
Man.
If we had an opening, that's the thing. If we had an opening somewhere
yeah.
in the car that took away the suction and we filled up the room with enough gas and you sparked it, something would shoot out that opening.
I believe it.
You can especially if you could put a potato perfectly wedged in there like the potato gun.
Yeah.
We could have been the human potato gun.
Can I ask a question?
Go for it.
I really want to. I want to try this. Do you get
Okay.
like a piece of PVC?
I mean, you got to get the right kind of PVC, and how much PVC I exploded because it wasn't like rated for high
Yeah.
pressures.
Yeah.
It does have to be high pressure.
Okay, so you guys are familiar with this. I
Yeah.
want to try it. Can we do this? Can we try it
I mean, it's
sometime?
not
would
safe
love
at all,
to.
but sure,
They're
we
very
do it out of your
dangerous.
house.
Okay,
They're
we
very-
can do it at my house.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
it's like did you guys do sparkler bombs?
Oh, yeah.
Like, those are just as dangerous.
Are you
They
talking
are.
about where you like take the black powder and just put it all in one?
Oh no, you get the metal
Bomb?
sparklers and you just get a bunch of them and you wrap that
Yeah.
damn thing in duct tape and you leave
Oh.
If you
one
duct tape it-
one out of
Yeah.
the end of it.
It's like a piece of dynamite. And the more
What?
that you duct tape, like I've done them like that wide.
Oh, I've never done them that big.
Whoa.
We did one out in Gordonville when I lived out there. Charity could tell you the story. And we
Yeah.
stuck it in the neighbor's mailbox, and I'm not joking. That mailbox, there was nothing left.
It just
of
did
Really?
just
It
disappear.
split on
Magic.
every scene. It was like,
What?
and just was gone.
Magic. Gone.
I think I told you the story about how I lit that dumpster on fire.
You
When I-
did?
that was with the sparkler bomb.
Are you
Oh,
serious?
really?
You
And
lit
I
the
was
whole
so
dumpster?
young and dumb, dude, that I was gonna.
You were gonna stay around to watch
No,
it.
no, that I was gonna do something far worse.
Oh.
So this guy, so I had this. I was like maybe 21, right? I
Okay.
had this Clips And
Finish your story.
I remember the Eclipse.
Okay, I had this Eclipse.
Didn't it
I
get
blew
like
the motor
flood
on
damage?
it.
Yeah.
No, the Eclipse was the product of the flood damage because
Oh, yeah.
FEMA bought it for me.
That's
for 5
right.
Gs.
Yeah.
So FEMA bought me this Eclipse.
After the engine was
and this
blown?
thing was a lemon.
Yeah.
So the
I've been there.
So the transmission went out. It wouldn't go in reverse. I had to Flintstone it in reverse.
Yes.
And then I threw a rod and it was knocking.
It was done.
So it was done. So I had it parked at my apartment complex, and then one morning somebody ran into it, and it set off the alarm. And then the guy promised me he was going to give me money for it, but we didn't file insurance or nothing. I took his word for it. But then he started ghosting me. But he was my neighbor, so he wouldn't answer his door, and I'd hear him in there and his kids, and he just wouldn't answer. They would just literally ghost me.
Oh, man.
So then I just moved on from it. I'm like, I got ripped off. And, the car was a lemon anyways.
Yeah.
But I was real young and dumb, dude. And I created this. I knew about sparkler bombs. So we made them. We were like having fun all day, probably drinking all day, and lighting stuff on fire and doing fireworks. It's 4th of July.
Yeah.
And I made this sparkler bomb, and his window was cracked. And I was like, I'm going to light it and throw it inside his back seat of his car and just blow up something in there, right?
Yeah.
That sounds awful.
Luckily, whoever was with me convinced me, like, let's not do that. Let's throw it in that dumpster over there. So I'm like, okay, yeah, maybe you're right.
Yeah.
So instead I threw it in the dumpster. Within half a second, that dumpster was fully engulfed in flames. So if I would have thrown that in this dude's car,
the car would have been
the
gone.
car was parked at the apartments.
Yeah.
It would have blown up. It could have set the apartments on fire. This could have been a complete catastrophe
Wow,
from just
hindsight,
a complete
dude.
idiot of a
Would have
kid.
changed your life completely.
It would have. I could
Yeah.
still be in prison to this day.
Yeah.
So instead, I threw the sparkler
Grand
bomb.
arson, like
Grand
what?
yeah, like just how stupid was I?
Yeah.
I cannot believe I even
Man.
considered it for a minute. I still remember it yesterday.
Oh,
because it was
I
like a
understand
pivotal
why you
moment.
considered it,
Yeah.
but
Right.
Yeah, I do too.
Like-
But it's still stupid. At first, I was like, oh, we can put it in the tailpipe and blow that out. And then I'm like, no, the window's down. Let's just throw it in the back seat.
Yeah.
I just thought it would like blow a hole in his seat or something.
Yeah.
Something
No.
funny. No,
It would've
based
blown
on
the
how
whole car.
flammable it was, that dumpster was lit up.
Man.
I was running around and using all of the fire extinguishers in the apartment complex.
Really?
And trying to put it out. Use
And it
it all
wouldn't-
up,
Oh, no.
run and get another one. I had a graveyard of
Are you serious?
and
Fire
then,
extinguishers?
and then I finally put it out, and the second that I put it out, I went into my apartment, and the fire department showed up, and I was watching them through my peephole. And they were, like, even investigating, like, my fire extinguisher, like, outside my door, and I was just like, oh, man.
I
like-
forgot that last one.
And, yeah, and they were, like, looking around, trying to figure out what happened, because the fire was put out by then.
Yeah.
I put it out.
man.
don't even worry about it, guys. I got it.
But I used,
got
like,
it.
15 fire extinguishers. All of them. I was just grabbing them,
Everyone
running.
you could find.
It was like a mission.
I mean, if it's just a dumpster
Oh,
fire,
man.
like, I mean, that's not that bad.
Way better than the car being on fire.
Well, 100%.
Yeah.
But what
Yeah.
I'm saying is that, like, I mean, it's gonna burn up the fuel that's inside, and then it'll put itself out eventually.
Maybe.
Eventually.
Maybe this thing was the biggest flame
And fully
I've ever
engulfed.
seen.
Oh,
Fully
really?
engulfed.
And I got to tell you, that gives whole new meaning to dumpster fire.
Yes.
Because I use that term all the time.
That was a dumpster fire.
Yeah.
My heart, I thought I was going to prison even after I
Yeah.
didn't blow up a guy's car.
I'm so glad you didn't go with the car.
Oh man.
Exactly. And it was
So,
right in front of my apartment.
You
too.
mentioned what you call dad magic.
Yes.
I'm gonna show you this video that Luke did. Tell me, is this considered dad magic?
Okay.
Hello, today I'm going to disappear.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Yep.
Yep. That definitely falls under the dad magic
The only
category.
thing is when I would do that, the kids would be like, Dad, you're right there. So it's only whenever I really pull it off.
Oh, so you have to pull it off. Okay.
If I
Yeah.
pull it
Hey.
off and blow their minds.
We came across this video just the other day. Like we were scrolling through stuff on my phone, and they tried to recreate this. Both my kids did.
Yeah.
Couldn't. I mean, this one looks pretty good.
That did look pretty good.
Yeah.
Like every time that they did it, I'm like, it looks terrible. I could see everything.
Yeah.
I don't know how he did it this time, but
Yeah.
congrats to him.
It was perfect.
But I
Cool.
did pour us another beer. This is HopFusion's
Ooh.
Zombie Crack. This one I've been saving since 2021, so it's 2 years old. I don't know how long it was put in barrels, but it's been in a can since 2021.
Okay.
They release this every October for Halloween.
Cool.
This one is
Bourbon.
barrel-aged milk stout aged in honey and roasted pecans.
Man. I love it already. Haven't even tried it yet.
So there is more in the can if you want to do a full pour. I figured since we were doing a few of these, I was going to do a
light pour?
halvesies.
Yeah.
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 That'll work.
Larry beasted us out on that first one, which I get it. I mean, it's
Gotta
it was the
front-load
first
it.
one that we did.
Yeah,
Now this one's
front-load
only
it.
coming at 8.88%.
Okay. The last one was at 15.
Yeah, this is like half that. I will say it smelled weird whenever it came out, meaning it smelled really sweeter. I could smell like the I don't know if I'd say adjuncts, but like the pecans or something. The what?
Them nuts. You smelled them nuts in there.
Yep.
I thought you said the mints, and I'm like, dude, there's not mint in here. That's not good if it is.
It's pretty good,
Interesting. So it's hard for me to kind of separate the first one and the cherry that was included. I'm getting
really,
a lot of
I don't taste cherry at all, but this one is definitely
Well, that's what I mean.
way lighter in alcohol for real. Like I don't get near as much bourbon like barrel age. But it does say barrel aged, right?
Bourbon.
Yeah,
barrel
barrel
aged.
aged milk stout.
Yep.
Yep.
I don't get like hard. It tastes like I get a lot of milk. Is that weird?
I'm honestly not getting the nuts a lot because they're honey roasted, so they're going to be like, what's the word? Not strong, but subtle.
Subtle,
Like kind of
yeah.
a subtle flavor.
Yeah.
Well, it's not even that. It's been sitting for a while, so I wonder if like that part has like dissipated. One of the things, and I've said this before, like barrel aged beers can be overrated. But if you listen to the episode I did with the guy from Denton County, I think
I listened to him talk about it.
I think he convinced me that I'm just drinking them too early. Because this one was great. I would do this again. This is awesome.
Yeah.
I don't think this was overrated. It's as good as everybody says it is, but it wasn't overly boozy.
Right.
You're right.
Same thing here. It's not overly sweet, not overly boozy.
I think subtle's a good word.
Yeah.
So he said that if you let it age longer, it's not so boozy?
No, he didn't say that.
Okay.
Yeah, what do you
He
mean by
just-
What did he say?
So basically, you need to go back and watch this episode, but I'll tell you now, I'll give you a little snippet.
Okay.
Basically, what he did is he says that they don't put their beers into the cans and sell them to distribution until it's ready. Meaning, like, they pull it out of the barrel, put it in a keg, and then they'll check it every now and again to wait until it's at its peak, and then he'll can it. When everybody else cans it as soon as they pull it out of a barrel.
Okay.
And then expects the
interesting.
consumer to sit on it or drink it immediately, whatever it is. So he sells it when it's ready versus saying, "Hey, here's a can of beer. This will be good in 2 years."
So I mean, how do you know when the ready point is?
You really
he just
don't.
goes back
It's
to it
really,
and taste
I mean, he goes back and tastes it. So the big thing that I would say with barrel aged beer that I don't like is when it's overly boozy.
Okay.
Yeah.
They call it hot. When you can like taste all the fusel alcohols and it's like just tastes like you're drinking alcohol.
Tastes like kind of
Tastes like I'm drinking whiskey, and
Like
I'm like, I don't
whiskey,
want whiskey.
yeah.
I wanted a beer that gives
Right.
me a whiskey vibe. When it's like, no, this is a whiskey that gives me a beer vibe. The opposite of what I'm looking for.
I like kind of the hotness.
Really, in a
forward.
beer, I don't.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I can appreciate the subtleness. I wanted to say I did get a lot of the nut kind of as it was just chilling on the palate.
Okay.
It's pretty nutty.
Yeah.
It came in later. I did catch some of the
So
nuttiness.
it's hitting on the back end.
Hitting on the back end, yes. That's right. Yes.
Haven't said that in a while.
Does it blow your hair back?
Just blow my hair back. That's good.
Yeah, it is good.
I mean, I think it's good. I don't think it tastes fake, which is what I was kind of skeptical about with the pecans, because when you get a little too big for your britches, it's just not cost effective to put the actual pecans in there.
I
Sometimes
wish
you
I
use,
had
like,
some honey
extracts.
roasted pecans to go with it.
I'm definitely getting the nutty.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a little
Yeah.
bit of nuttiness that
I like it.
Yeah,
honestly
I
I'm
do
not mad
too.
at. I think it's pretty good.
I
I
know.
like it.
I honestly would probably give it a 4.25.
Really?
Yeah, like I enjoyed it a little bit more than the cherry flavor.
Okay. Yeah. And that's
But to
it's
your
more
point,
subtle.
You taste that
Yeah.
milk. You do taste the subtlety. Yeah.
Yeah, it I get a lot of milk out of it. Is what I get. Like it tastes just like milk to me. Like
Yeah.
I'm not saying it tastes just like milk, but you get a lot of the milkness
it's
out of it.
heavy on the milk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that sounds weird, but
Man, I'm getting a lot of the nutty. I mean, the milk's kind of like your base, your foundation, and I think that the nut kind of is somewhere in there.
Okay.
In
It's the
pyramid.
building blocks
It's the
of the
building
house.
block- Yes.
What's the
building block.
roof?
Man, what is the roof?
What's the roof?
The hottiness of it. So kind
What?
of the whiskey flavor. It's kind of at the peak.
Okay. Yeah.
Kinda
At the peak, you got that hottiness.
Yeah, kind of the hottiness of
That
it.
hot roof.
Yeah,
Okay.
so you got milk, nutty, kind of a little bit of
With a-
hot
with
from
a
the
hot
barrel,
roof.
from the barrel age.
and Brian, I'm so proud of you from
Thank
where
you.
you came to
Thank
where you
dude.
are now.
That's what I was saying.
He's building
earlier.
stout
way-
houses in his mind
Yeah,
now.
stout
dude.
houses,
There we
bro.
go.
In the way that he describes beer.
Yeah,
like,
man, I've come
from
a long
where you
way.
came.
Yeah, I've come a long
Yeah.
way. I wouldn't have a clue.
So
back
with
in the
that,
day.
what are you giving it?
I'm gonna go 4.5.
4.5?
I'm gonna
Yeah,
go
I was
2.5.
Okay.
I was thinking 4.5.
Right on.
All right, 4.5.
So we're going with
Right
4.5.
Yeah.
Boom.
So
loving
they'll
the
release it
barrel
again next month, but
Okay.
or this month, depending on when this comes out. But yeah, this one you're sitting on it, and I think it's good. I
Yeah.
wonder if what it would have tasted like a year ago. I don't think it would have been as good.
I would almost want to finish that. It's
Yeah,
really
it's
good. I'm loving
There's
the
still a
barrel
lot
age
in here.
tonight.
Yeah, it looks like Swamp Thing. Does that not look like
Yeah, it
Swamp
does.
Thing?
Yeah.
Oh, it kind of does.
Less
I didn't even
zombie,
think
more
about
Swamp
that.
Thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a little bit more of a Swamp Thing.
Mm-hmm. Good. Loving it.
So have you guys seen? So we're gonna do a believe it or not. There's
All
this
right.
thing that's been going around the internet
Okay.
that I don't know if it's real or not, but apparently watermelons are exploding. Just
I have not heard
Just
this.
like-
just
I thought you were going to talk about
spontaneously-
the alien,
nope, just spontaneously combusting.
Just
the
randomly.
Mexican alien. Just spontaneously combusting.
sure
I'm
there's
sure
not-
it's so hot.
You sure there's not any like rubber bands around these things?
Exactly. I've seen
You
the rubber
know?
bands explode them.
Yes.
I've seen that too, but that is like man intervening.
True.
Things that I've seen on the internet
This is.
is they are just exploding.
Is
wonder
this
if
more
this has-
supernatural?
I was thinking long COVID. I was thinking long COVID.
Is this
man.
another symptom,
It's
bro?
a symptom. It's in the watermelons now.
Dang! In the kitchen, just exploding.
Dang.
What in the world?
Honest-
I'd be so pissed.
Dang. I know.
I'd-
Look how
I'd-
liquidy it is,
I
though.
know.
Why is it so liquidy?
What is going on, Joe? Is it high frequency? Is it 5G?
It's the 5G. It's 5G mixed with the COVID, long COVID. No, I feel like there's something with the liquid, like it's fermenting in it for some reason.
Dude, is it fermenting?
Oh, dude,
That is, I love it.
hold on.
What?
Oh, look how much
Ew.
liquid that is, dude. That's weird.
Ew, dude, that's gross. That looks like a
Oh.
toy, like, plastic watermelon. This is really going on right now.
This is going down, dude.
This is happening right now.
Yeah.
It makes me wonder what's going on with our watermelon, our produce.
Yeah, it makes you wonder, is this GMO? Is the
Do you know what
product
I'm
of
saying?
GMO?
What is
So
going on?
I don't
Joe?
think it's happening like currently. Like I think this happened
That's
when it was
TikTok,
at
dude.
its
That's
hottest.
fresh.
Yeah. Like it's
Like as
melted
far
in
as
there.
like temperature goes, not hot like as like a viral thing, but like hot
Yeah,
as in like temperature.
Yeah, for sure.
Now this is a video. This isn't. I don't.
Oh.
That's not real.
I was like,
What? That looked like one that got shot with a laser gun.
But like I've seen one where like they had it and it was like oozing this weird foam.
what?
Yeah, there's something wrong
What is
there.
going on with the watermelons right now?
Now
Joe?
it's funny that you say fermenting.
yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
Larry's
So-
onto something.
I'm a scientist. I'm a bit of a
I'm
scientist.
gonna tell you this. Okay. Have you ever drank body armor?
Yeah, I have actually.
It's a sports drink.
I know what it is. I don't know if I've ever
Okay.
had one.
I love body armor.
This was
actually,
sat in the car for like 2 days, not
Okay.
thinking anything about it. I brought it in. Now, this is a non-carbonated drink.
okay.
I think this fermented a little bit because
Really?
oh, you have carbonation.
Oh yeah. I thought you were gonna like cracking some smoke was gonna come out of it or something.
Right.
I, was,
I
like,
mean, it might.
bracing.
Interesting.
Yeah, this is exploding stuff. This is the same stuff the watermelons are made out of.
You know what I'm saying? So if it's not carbonated, how is it? So it's fermenting.
It's fermenting somehow with the
fruit?
sugars.
Yeah.
So maybe there's wild yeast that's getting into them.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
wild yeast that gets into it while I was like drinking it. I don't understand how it did that so quickly.
Is there wild?
Maybe it's from all your beer drinking. The yeast is on your lips, and then you're taking drinks. And it's like, dude, you got a problem. You need to slow down.
man. The
I
sugar
have
is
slowed
mixing
down.
with the yeast, man.
I have slowed down. I don't drink during the week anymore.
Maybe it's
Good
you've
for
substituted
you.
it for
And
Italian
honestly,
food, and you got tons of yeast.
like
in
my,
your
my,
lips.
my pants are a little looser.
Okay.
Good, dude.
All right,
Hey,
nice,
so
bro.
did you tell Larry you're doing some fasting?
I
Some
mean, I
intermittent
have been
fasting?
trying to fast.
Like
Good job.
intermittent or
Yeah,
long
in
long
intermittent.
periods? Okay.
Intermittent.
Giving myself 16 hours
Yeah.
between meals.
Good for
Nice.
you.
Not
dude.
not always because of the kids doing sports. Sometimes it's late. So not always after 8, but I try to give myself 16 hours.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
it's
that's
the
nice.
pasta
I
you
don't
gotta
wanna do that.
watch out for.
So usually it's like
Yep.
if like ideally it would be I don't eat after 8 and don't eat before noon.
Okay.
Like that seems pretty easy. But
does.
when I like Lily's she's a cheerleader, so she goes to all the home games.
Right. So it's late.
We don't get home until like
Yes.
8 o'clock, and I'm like cooking dinner. So maybe we eat around 9, and then I'm like, okay, so the next day I don't eat until 1.
Yeah, that's killing you.
So I still try to
man.
give myself 16 hours. It sounds terrible, but it's still to 16 hours.
Yeah. They
don't know.
just say not to like eat after 9 p.m. and I know it's cliche,
Yeah.
but as long
I
as you're
think
getting
it's that,
the 16
that
hours,
fasting period, yeah.
right? As long as you're getting the 16 hours, you're okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I can go without eating until noon. I don't eat food in the
same.
morning.
I don't either.
And
Like
I don't
during the
eat
week?
a lot of food late at night, but
Like
Not typically, right?
literally water only
yeah.
from 8 until noon. nothing but
It's
water.
a game
I do
changer.
no carbs.
I
Which
do-
if you
I do
do
coffee
if
like
you do
a mug.
coffee, then just do
Yeah.
pure black coffee with no
Yeah.
sugar.
See,
I started doing sugarless creamer.
good for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So a little bit of milk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the calorie, like carb intake, whatever it is what I don't know. It puts your body in this weird like survival mode to like eat
It does,
itself. It's
yeah.
weird.
No,
It
that's
does,
right.
yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Like it's
I
like
mean,
a,
you got
it
some
sounds
science.
terrible.
Drop some science.
No,
on
I was
us.
gonna say you
Dro-
drop some science.
drop
man.
some
I'm
of
not
that bro
a scientist.
science, dog.
Yeah, I just know that it is
This
more
is the
about
bro
your
science
body
part of
kind
the episode.
of eating itself a little bit. It's like,
Yeah,
whoa,
it's
shocking
your body
itself.
eating itself.
Yeah, it's like, whoa, man, I'm not used to this. Like, what do I do? Oh man, I gotta eat. I gotta like, not like I gotta use these stored fats.
Exactly.
Right. There's a little bit of bro science for you.
Oh yeah,
We're gonna
Yeah.
kind of pull
Look at
these
that. He knows
stored
it.
fats.
He
a little
used
bit.
terms like stored fats.
Yeah.
So
That's good. That's
the
good
question
stuff.
is this real or is this just an internet hoax?
Oh,
I believe it's real.
I do too.
I believe it's been happening for a long time.
I
And it's
err
just
on-
people just now started publishing it.
I err on Joe's side. I think there's some like tainted yeast that's gotten into the mix of these watermelons, dude, and it's fermenting on the counter. I
And
really
the pressure
do.
builds up
I
and
think
it
it's real.
explodes.
Yeah.
I would think that it doesn't happen on the counter though. I would think it happens in some kind of factory,
Are you thinking so?
some kind of watermelon factory. Something tells me these guys aren't buying a watermelon off the side of the highway.
Do you know what blows my mind? You're right.
You know what I mean? It's in a factory.
Oh, they're buying it at the grocery store.
Right.
That's mass manufactured. Yeah.
The one I can't get over is the one where she's literally squeezing water out of it.
That one's weird.
What is going on with that?
That
Yeah.
one could be a hoax because you could poke a hole in it
Yeah,
and put tons of water.
Yeah, I think
that
that-
was so
look at
much
that. That's
water.
Yeah, but it
water.
looks like but you know that watermelon's like 90% water.
I get that, but that's
why it's called watermelon.
That doesn't even look like a real watermelon.
But look at how
Yeah.
thin this looks. Okay, it looks thin and pliable.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
the
right. Like
shape.
it
But look-
melted.
Doesn't this look thin and pliable?
It does.
I mean, I guess. Bum bum bum. I
Look.
guess.
Let the evidence show. Thin and pliable. It's like if the glove fits. If it's thin and pliable,
Does it fit?
the water must be inside.
It must be a real watermelon.
Dude, it's a true watermelon.
I get.
It's the
I'm
original
saying,
watermelon.
I believe it.
Watch out
But-
for the exploding watermelons.
Let me ask you a
Yes.
question. Do you see any seeds? GMO.
See, that's the white one.
This is the
Yeah.
seedless watermelons, which is
Seedless.
not
GMO.
real.
It's made
GMO.
up. It's made up stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
That it is.
It's not natural.
Genetically modified.
Yeah.
Yep.
No. If you're taking seeds out, then you're stopping reproduction. I get it. Not even reproduction.
You are. How are these things reproducing if there's no seeds?
But, more.
Riddle
in
me
the factory,
this.
More
All
in the
right.
science lab.
So we're all saying true.
Yep.
Yeah, I believe it.
100.
This is true.
100%.
Okay.
This happens.
So got another one here.
Okay.
Man says, forget paying rent.
Okay.
I'm just gonna live on a cruise ship from now on and save money because rent's too high.
Okay.
I believe
I
it.
like this. I
I
like where you're
believe
going
it.
with this.
Cruise ships are actually not as expensive as you think, and if you're gonna not pay for groceries and
It's all
Like if you get the
electricity
all-inclusive?
and
Yes.
all the bills that it comes to running a
Yeah.
household, you could substitute that for a tiny little cruise ship.
Where's
room.
his source of income coming
Also,
from?
there's-
So he did say
benefits.
here, it says he started working remotely from
Okay.
a Royal Caribbean cruise in 2021.
I actually love
Since
that.
then, he spent almost every week on the same cruise.
Yep.
300 nights on a cruise ship in neck to neck with what he says to keep his apartment. So it's about the same price.
Is it
as
about the same?
And I bet you get perks like, hey, you whatever
Oh,
this
for
cruise
sure.
is. And
You
then
did
get,
so many of these.
got
You get
to.
like what is it called?
Reward
like,
points. You gotta, like, free
carnival.
nights.
You get carnival bucks
Carnival,
or something.
yeah.
Carnival
Yeah.
cash.
Yeah.
And then you start compounding that. You get coupons. You pull things in. You plan out event. He knows he's going to live here, so why not go ahead and
Yeah.
book next year?
That's what
You
I'm
can
saying.
get it in the cheapest possible thing. You play your cards right.
Think about the effort that goes into making sure that you've got a room every night of the
He
year.
says his
Yeah.
bills are cheaper than renting.
I'm
Do you
sure
think
they
that's
are.
true?
Yes,
I believe it.
I believe it.
I believe it with food
Larry
and
had me
everything.
sold on it. Yeah.
Really?
The only
Yeah.
thing that I think is up
I've
in the
got
air.
like these skeptical hippo eyes here, my man.
No,
I'm
Come on,
sorry.
man.
It's not
Yeah,
that
think about your
expensive.
meals, your nights per. I mean, what's a night on a cruise? It's less than rent. I mean, it's a month. Let's look up a monthly fee for a cruise, like or
I don't even know if
versus
you could do it
rent.
by month, but yeah.
Yeah, or yeah,
You got to
look
get
at
the
a night.
Motel 6 of cruises.
Yeah, look at per night, and then calculate that, factor that out for the month.
I bet you get a cruise package for less than $50 a night, and that's
Especially
food
right
and
now,
everything.
80% deals right now.
$50 a night?
$50 a night.
You
I
see what
bet.
I'm saying? Now-
and that's food, and that's a food package.
what's
too.
Wait,
that
he
a month?
specifically used Royal Caribbean.
I mean, 50 times.
But then, like I
times
said, you book
average
out a
30,
year
right?
ahead of time, and you go ahead and book all the days where
Let's
they need to
see.
fill things up, and they have discounts. You have a travel advisor who.
So
And it depends on where he comes from, too, I'm sure.
So just at the price per night. That's $1,500 a month. You add in
Easy.
For
food
for $50 a month
and
or
drinks.
$50 a night. I mean,
bro, you're saving money. Hands
$50
down.
is really cheap though.
Yeah.
Prices range from $250 per person per night. Okay, so that's going to be.
$250?
I mean, it's
maybe like
I'm
$250.
thinking it's
Average?
comparable to like a decent hotel.
So do the math
Yeah.
at $250.
Okay. $250.
$250 is more than a decent hotel though.
No, but I'm just saying, like, I mean, I'm just saying if he's doing like long term,
$7,500.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, easily rent or mortgage is $2,000 a night. Food is easily or a month.
I mean, it
Food
depends
is
on
easily $2,000 a month.
where you live.
Yeah,
$2,000 a month on food.
dude, I spend easily $2,000 a month on food, but I mean, I have a big family.
Right.
Holy!
Well, we
I
cut-
need to start donating to the to the Morgan clan.
100% need to donate to our house.
I'm not even joking. I spend maybe $400 on one where I'm wanting to do some fancy stuff that week.
Dude, I spend $400 just accidentally.
No, $400
Oh, I need
a
to run up there
month.
and get a couple things. Oops, $400
Are
later.
you serious?
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
We were
But I also I'm by myself like 50% of the time.
I could easily spend $100 on just paper products. I mean, if I was at my computer and I could look at my bills, I could
Oh.
tell you how much we spend a month on paper products and stuff.
Yeah.
Now, when you say,
insane.
hold on, I got to get into this. So when you say
Do the math.
paper products, are you talking about like paper towels and
Yeah, trash bags, paper towels. I guess not just paper products, but things outside of feeding us. Dog food, cat litter.
I'm like, 'cause those are
cleaning
things that I don't purchase.
supplies,
I go-
things that just always go out.
dog food,
Coffee
cat food?
filters.
I don't drink coffee. I don't do paper plates. I just wash them myself. I don't do paper towels very often. I just wash a towel.
Yeah.
Like, so there's a lot of conveniences that I just don't do because I don't want to spend the money on it. So maybe I'm just cheap.
Yeah, laundry
I don't
detergent, dish detergent. I mean, things add up.
Yeah, no, that stuff does. And I'm going from 3 people to we have 6
Right.
in the household.
Yeah, it's currently.
it's double.
Soon to be 7.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, I mean, at
Diapers.
if I had them all the time, you would have double the amount of people.
Yeah.
So double the amount of laundry, double the amount of dishes.
True.
I wonder how much I spend on diapers a month. I don't even know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Have you factored that out yet?
Is
I
it?
do.
You know
don't
what?
even-
I'm surprised you guys don't do like just the reusable cloth diapers.
Have you thought about it?
No, just
No,
I
dude.
know you
just
talked
like,
about it.
like knowing you guys, and I'm not saying anything like
You don't
me.
even use paper towels when you're suggesting us using cloth diapers. Think about that for a second. For convenience.
I
would easily substitute all of my paper products to use regular diapers.
Really?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because, dude,
I was the
cloth
same
diapers,
way.
who wants to clean all that dookie out of it?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
what do? You want to throw it in
we-
the washer? Ugh.
Yeah.
I mean, when the kids were little, we highly considered it.
If my kids poop their, Parker's wearing panties now, if she has poop in her panties, those things are going in the trash. Even if
really?
it's a streak.
Yeah.
Really?
We don't put up with streaks in my house.
No
bro.
streaks allowed in
Yeah,
this
you need
house.
to be a man and no streaks, bro.
Somehow you get a better job.
Man up,
Man
get rid
up.
of those poopy panties.
Oh, man.
Don't let that in your household. That's
Don't let that
it's
be
like
a stumbling
sin.
block, bro.
Nah, it is.
Oh man, but yeah, no, there's a huge difference from when the kids are there. It's just me, like,
Yeah.
it doesn't
Like,
take
no
me
joke,
much to live.
I'll make
Like,
one meal, a big meal. Like, let's say I do stir fry. I'll do a big thing of stir fry in the wok.
Mhm.
That'll last me lunch and dinner 3 days.
Yeah.
Right. No, that makes sense.
If that-
I
if
get
Like,
that
and
guy
that may be
lived
one meal for you guys.
It's also the cost of living and where we're at in Texas. We're in a really good area.
Yes,
If you're in New York
yeah,
City,
think
maybe
about
that guy
that,
was a
dude.
New York City guy.
Or
and he's-
LA.
And he spent
Yeah.
$7,000 on mortgage each month or something
Yeah.
for a reasonable 2-bedroom house.
But
Yeah.
you're
No,
saying
like-
that this is something that you could totally see being a feasible option,
It's very
Absolutely.
feasible.
and
yeah.
you get to travel.
Yeah.
I mean,
If you wanna
if
be
he
on a
does
cruise
the same
ship.
thing, I guess he just sees the same. What I'm saying is that you get the, what do they call them, like the stops, like the ports.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you get to see like the Caribbean or wherever.
Yeah, you probably start getting to know the locals.
And
Like
this
you
is-
just come every like two
Hey,
weeks to Jamaica and say what's up.
Hey, what's up, dude? You just go hang out with your boys.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
it, dude. And,
a
not,
good
and,
idea.
and we're not considering like all the free nights that come with staying 300 nights on a cruise
Dude,
ship.
if you stay 300 nights, you get
getting-
guaranteed 50 nights free.
Yeah,
I bet they.
I
I
can
bet they
imagine.
comp stuff.
Yeah,
and
you
Yeah.
get some comps.
You get, like I said, you get those bucks, those Caribbean bucks,
yeah, and
Caribbean cash. Or
You
whatever.
are getting some Caribbean cash, and to your
Yeah.
point, think about the money you're saving on food.
I like the Caribbean
drinks,
cash. That sounds
like,
great.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
just rolls
of
off the
money.
tongue.
Think about how you could even have your own business. You could import
You could.
goods and then
Mhm.
take them to these like small islands.
I would
and sell
almost
them.
think you could work on the cruise ship.
No,
like,
no, that's
part-
exactly what
just
he's doing.
get a
He's
job?
working
Yeah,
remotely.
You're working. Well, you're working remote plus like bartend at night.
Okay,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Like,
you're working, you're DJing down at the
DJing.
nightclub.
Yes.
Doom,
Yes.
Businessman during the day,
Nice.
nightclub DJ.
Yes, man. Why not?
Have you guys ever done a cruise?
No.
Yeah, I have.
I don't have any
Yeah.
desire to.
I don't really do. I
Yeah,
have
it's not
small
much.
desire to.
I would rather having done one. Yeah, I think I've done one or two anyway. Having done them, I would much rather just book an all-inclusive, be
Right.
on land,
Yep.
never have to I don't know. To me, it's being out on a boat.
So
Yeah.
I've heard that they're really good for the price.
The prices are
It's
incredible.
just it's like the only part that's fun is when you're at your stop.
Yeah, the stop.
When
is
you're not at
fun,
your stop,
yeah.
you're like
You're supposed to make it fun.
at a
man.
like
Yeah.
super busy like hotel. I guess I don't know.
That's what it is. Yeah, you get it's fine dining.
Go out and
every
do, like-
night. It's fine dining. You get great meals. Outside of that, you're hanging out up on the deck.
It's got like some hella good
got-
shuffleboard.
Yeah, you
I
got
just imagine
shuffleboard.
old people
Like,
playing like
it's like
life-size
it's a floating
shuffleboard.
retirement village.
It-
Really,
It's evolved. I've seen them where they're pretty ghetto now.
really.
So they'll have like a ghetto dance party midday. They're supposed to have tons of stuff going on these things.
Yeah,
now.
there
So I
are.
bet they keep you busy. But if you live there, you just sort of ghetto cruise. It's almost like that Snoop Dogg movie about the airplane.
The airplane. Yeah, what is
yeah.
that? Soul Plane.
Soul Plane.
Soul
You're
Plane.
looking for Soul Cruise, bro.
Yeah, Soul Cruise. Dang.
But no, I've seen where like it's a party.
Yeah, look at that.
It's like a pool party, man.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what it makes me think of. Is just like a super packed. It's like spring break
Yeah.
Yeah, spring
every
break.
weekend, but like
I met some cool people out
Not
there.
as- I don't know.
And I got to tell you, when you're in
I'm
international
sure it'd be fun
water,
if you have the right people.
Yes.
I'm sure if we went,
We would have a blast.
We would make
We
it
would
fun.
have fun, but then we probably would be like, man, it would have been better if we just flew here and then just
Yeah.
stayed here in Jamaica.
I will
or
say,
wherever.
yeah, when you're in international water, there's no drinking age limit. Like, you can drink whenever, pretty much, you know what I'm saying? Like,
We're grown men.
we're
dude.
well, I mean, we're grown men. We are.
I don't know if
we
you
are.
know that.
Yeah.
You're a grown ass man. We don't
Yeah,
need
we're
to.
grown men. We don't worry about drinking age.
I'm just saying I might have gotten to reap the benefit of that.
Oh, yeah, as a kid.
You know, as a
yeah.
kid,
If
having
you're
gone.
18, 17.
I was a kid. It's crushing Heinies, bro.
crushing Heineken.
As a kid, like
Heinekens?
Heinekens,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
Heine's, the
Yeah.
only place I've ever heard that called is in a song.
Really?
What song?
Say It
I'm
Ain't So.
curious. Say it ain't so. We may have to play that.
Yeah.
Somebody's hiding, it's drowning my icebox.
Somebody's Heine is
Oh,
crowding
yeah.
my icebox. Somebody's cold.
I know that what
one.
you're talking about, but is it really saying that?
I mean,
is it
what
really
else-
talking about a Heineken?
Is it
in your
Heine?
What
voice?
else is crowding? I mean, it's not someone's ass. It's crowding the icebox.
Mm.
I just thought that I was hearing it wrong, and that really the
I
lyric
needed
is not saying
context.
Heine. It's really saying somebody's hiding. I always thought it's somebody's hiding.
Joe's saying Heine.
But it's kind of like back in the 90s, alternative music, the lyrics didn't have to make any sense at all.
They none.
You just say
zero.
things.
You could hum a song.
Yeah, exactly.
And
And,
it'd be
they've
a
done
best-
it.
yeah.
The crash test
Oh, right here.
dummies.
Really?
Look, right here. Somebody's Heine.
Okay, so somebody's Heineken is crowding
is
this dude's
crowding
icebox.
my
Yeah.
icebox.
Somebody's cold one, though, is giving him chills. Why is it giving him chills? He's looking at it and it's scaring him.
And why does he just close his eyes?
Well, I mean,
I guess I'll just close
why
my
did he close his
eyes.
eyes? Oh, I guess I'll just close my
Oh,
eyes.
it's
Yeah.
it's because it feels good. He got the good kind of chills.
So wait a minute.
Interesting.
So we're
you're-
gonna break down
you're
this
telling
fridge. He sees, somebody's Heine's crowding my icebox. I'm trying to get my
just gonna close my
get
eyes.
my yogurt out the back.
Yeah.
There's Heinekens.
Yep.
And then he's like, wait, this cold one that's sitting here in the way is giving me chills. Like, I'm scared. I want to get to the
No.
yogurt.
I think it's the good kind of chills. Like, ooh,
Ooh, this looks.
a Heineken. Man, I wish I
Oh,
could have had that.
I was coming for
Yeah.
yogurt, but now I didn't know my boys left these Heinekens
he's like,
in my fridge.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
There's
Just,
a
I just
story
close my
behind it.
eyes and
Feels
pop it.
good.
Yeah.
You're right.
That is.
Inside.
Okay, well then
That's true.
explain the flip on the telly then. What's happening there?
So now we got a beer in his hand, right?
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
So he's got a beer and he's going to flip on. He goes flip on the telly. You know
Yeah.
what? I might as well wrestle with Jimmy.
Jimmy who?
Jimmy,
Jimmy Hoffa?
it's just my buddy Jimmy Hoffa.
Who's the late night show before David Letterman? Jimmy.
Kimmel.
Jimmy Fallon.
Fallon.
No, before Letterman.
You had
It was
Jay
a Jimmy
Jay
Stewart?
Letterman. Jay
Jimmy
Leno.
Stewart.
Jay Leno and Letterman were like at the
Jimmy
same
Carter.
time.
They were.
Jimmy Carter's a president.
Jimmy
I feel like there was a Jimmy before Letterman.
I don't think there was. Letterman's. He's been on there forever.
But before he got
I
the
like
show.
Jimmy Hoffa.
Jimmy Carson.
Jimmy. Yeah.
Jimmy
it was
Carson. It was
Carson,
Jimmy
but
Carson.
it wasn't Jimmy.
No, it wasn't Jimmy Carson. It was.
It wasn't Jimmy Carson. This is ridiculous.
This is going off the rails.
Yeah.
Johnny Carson.
Johnny-
Okay, so
Just
then I
Jimmy's cousin.
redact everything I said. I have no idea.
So wrestle with some guy named Jimmy. Just got your buddy Jimmy in
On
this.
telly,
Because
wrestle with
no.
Jimmy.
So you got to think about this. When you were like young, like I used to go to house parties when I was
All the
like
time.
20 to 22, 23.
Okay.
Okay.
We go to house
Yeah.
parties,
I went, yeah.
and shit goes on at house parties. And
Stuff
maybe you just
happens.
go get a beer and you sit on the fridge, you turn on the TV, and then you're like, oh, Jimmy
Jimmy.
want to wrestle.
You never
Jimmy
turn on the
wanna
TV
wrestle.
at a house party.
No.
You're out.
It depends on what kind of house party it is. I mean, if everybody's just high to their mind.
Oh, if you're just, it's a house party where everybody's just smoking weed and watching TV.
Definitely not watching TV though.
Bro. This sounds like.
This is
I mean, I'm not saying I've
like
been to one
modern
of
day.
those.
When I
I'm
was a
just
kid,
saying.
we didn't watch TV.
No,
We
the
just
TV
hung
didn't
out,
come on
partied
either.
down.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, but it could be Jimmy Hoffa. Could be Jimmy.
But something's bubbling behind his back, whatever it
It
is.
could be a Jimmy Dean sausage commercial.
It could be.
Yeah. You know what I mean? He's wrestling with the idea of going to heat.
So, do you know why I think this is one of those weed parties that I'm
I think there's
describing
something
here?
happening.
Because if you
Weed
read
party.
here, it says something's bubbling behind my back.
Oh, that's
So
a
it's like
bong.
somebody's hitting a bong,
Yeah.
and then he's like, "Oh man, this bottle's ready to blow." He's hitting it hard.
And it says your drug is a heartbreaker. Say it ain't so.
Oh my gosh, this is ridiculous. So he didn't even realize there's people at his house. He went to the
Hitting the
fridge
bong.
and he's like, "Ooh, somebody left some Heine," and then he went back to the couch.
And realize there were people there.
And then there was a guy who
like
Jimmy.
He's like,
damn,
move
Jimmy, why do you
over,
want to
dude.
wrestle?
Move over my couch, dude. I'm trying to turn on the TV.
Ah.
And then they started hitting the bong.
These are
Okay.
these are the lyrics that
Your
they came out with in the 90s.
your drug is a heartbreaker.
Yeah. It broke his heart because he sees his couch is being destroyed. His fridge is overtaken
But
with
look,
Heineken.
he's got good cold Heinies in there.
That's a pro.
That is a pro. They have to be ice cold.
But he's heartbroken because he's like, I don't want to be a bum like you guys. A bunch of
Mm.
bums around him.
Wow.
That's deep.
This song
Yeah,
makes no
it's
sense to me.
This is deep, dude.
Yeah.
This makes all the sense.
All right, I'm just
Okay.
gonna leave it there because if you keep going with these lyrics, it makes no sense.
This is almost
Where
like,
does this story go?
This is plot or
Okay,
not.
well,
It goes-
This is plot or
I
not.
can't
Oh,
comfort
plot.
you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I never could do that which might hurt you to try to be cool.
Okay.
So it's like maybe that person that's hitting the bong has
I
got
think so.
like a little bit of the like what you get a little paranoia, and it's like,
yeah.
hey man, I can't confront you about your paranoia, and
I can see
I know
that.
you're hurt right now, but try to be cool.
I'm just
Just
trying to
be
be cool.
cool.
I don't want to do that because I'm trying to be cool.
Oh.
I'm not trying to ruin the mood.
like
that's
nah,
going
man,
on
I'm just
here.
gonna drink my Heine and
Yeah,
chill.
I'm not even trying to ruin my mood.
Heine
I'm
and
over here
chill?
trying to telly with a Henny,
With
a Heine.
Telly with the Henny.
Telly with a Heine.
with a Heine. We're not drinking Hennessy, guys.
Yeah, no.
We're drinking Heineken.
Okay.
Heineken.
All right.
Okay, so then all of a sudden, while he's watching TV, he starts thinking about his dad. Okay. So then he
No,
starts
it
writing
says
your
daddy.
No, right here. When I say this way is a water slide away from me,
Yeah.
that takes me further every day. He goes, nah, man. When I get high on that, I just
No.
get away from here.
It's a slippery slope, bro.
It
Yeah.
is.
I'm sticking with the Heinies. I ain't touching the devil's lettuce.
bro
I ain't
stumbling.
doing it, bro. Nope. It takes me further every day, so just be cool. Don't even offer it.
because your drug is a heartbreaker.
It's heartbreaker.
Yes.
I've seen so many lives destroyed by that.
By Heine.
by the weed. I've seen lives destroyed. I've seen people spend their whole paychecks at Taco Bell.
Yes.
It's just
So
bad.
the question is, at this point,
'Kay.
does he give in to peer pressure and get high and start writing a letter to his dad?
No.
I say 100%.
Dear Daddy, I
I
write
think-
to you in spite of years of silence.
Mm-hmm.
He found
You
Jesus.
cleaned up. You found Jesus. Things are good. So I hear.
Yep.
This bottle of Stevens awakens ancient feelings.
Yeah.
So like he found a bottle of liquor. I guess
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
whatever Stevens is.
I'm trying to think.
Yeah.
Like father, stepfather, your son is drowning in the flood. So he's just drowning his feelings at this
Yeah.
point.
He's got daddy issues.
That for
and
sure,
even though
that's
his dad,
clear.
even though his dad's been saved and has like turned his life around,
Stepdad's not there
he's,
yet.
he's still thinking back to how bad his dad used to be before.
Ah.
So he's like, yeah, I get it. You think you've cleaned up and that you got your life all together, but I remember all the heartache when you weren't there. and you've led to me being in this couch.
And he's drowning in
Wow.
sorrows
I'm
in
down.
Drinking a Heine.
in the Stevens, whatever Stevens is.
Yeah.
A bottle of Stevens.
So he went from a Heine to a bong to Stevens.
No, he
a
didn't touch
bottle
the
of
bong.
Stevens. Oh, he did. He
He
never got to the
never
bong.
touched the
He just
bong.
heard in the background.
He turned from it.
Oh,
he
that's
told them
right.
no. He didn't
This
give
is the
in.
part that's weird to me. Is he says, "Nah, no thanks to the devil's lettuce, because I
Yeah.
don't want to get in my feels. That's a heartbreaker.
But he went straight to the
I'm
bottle.
gonna get in my feels with another bottle
Yeah.
instead."
I know. He turns to the drug that he knows.
Yeah,
he turns to
there
the
you
place
go.
that's brought him comfort, even though.
Turns to the drug that he knows.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's prophetic, dude.
This song is so much better now that we've broken it
prophetic.
down.
That's deep.
This song is so much better now that we've broken it down.
Sad, dude. It's like,
It
man, this
kind of
guy-
is sad. I thought it was all nice and upbeat. Like the
Yeah,
song
it's
sounds fun,
sad.
doesn't it?
Yeah, it's like.
I mean, it puts you in your feels.
I mean,
You
this
shed a
kid,
salty
it's
listening
like,
to
Dad,
it.
man, you never were there for me, bro.
Got
never
to be there
were.
for the kids.
And
Gotta
now
be there
look,
for
I
the
look
babies.
around, I see a bunch of dudes that are just like you were.
Wow.
I just wanted my dad. It was like, you guys remember Austin Powers saying that song, Daddy Wasn't There?
Daddy wasn't there.
To take me to
Yeah.
the fair.
To take-
It's not a.
Yeah,
Austin
it is
Powers, is
Austin
it?
Powers.
Austin Powers had a
It
music
is.
video and everything.
Daddy
I mean, I know
wasn't
the
there.
song, but I didn't know it was Austin Powers.
It
Yeah.
was.
Mike
Yeah.
Myers.
My mind
Yep.
does not picture that.
It
Like
does.
it's a Mandela effect. It's not Austin Powers. It's somebody else.
No, it
No,
really
it
is. I promise.
It's not Phil
we were
Collins,
there.
dude. That's Tarzan.
I can
It's Mike
feel
Myers.
it.
Yeah. This is truly Mike Myers.
It is.
Oh, do you know what I'm thinking
You got to
of?
pull it up.
I'm thinking of, and this is a terrible movie. Like,
Okay.
What
I
are you
should
thinking
have
of?
never watched
Won't
this
get a little
movie.
bit
Yeah,
more of this.
crack me a little bit.
But did you ever see the
would.
movie Freddy Got Fingered?
Yeah.
Yeah, Tom
I love
Green,
that
right?
movie.
He has
Is
a
it
song
Tom
about
Green?
his dad, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Daddy, would you like some sausage?
Thank you, brother.
Why is that what comes to mind when I hear the word daddy and song?
I don't know.
I don't know, dude. That's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah, that's
I don't know if we want to go down that route.
Anyway, but you were right. Daddy Wasn't There is Austin Powers. Awesome.
Yeah.
That's him.
So we're gonna get into something a little bit different.
Okay,
We've
switch it up.
we've never done this before.
Okay.
I think it would be fun. So don't look at the screen.
All right.
We're gonna talk about this. So you guys like a good meal, right?
Yes.
Love it.
So when it comes to Thanksgiving, what's the best part of the meal? Be honest with yourself.
Mine is definitely the finger foods, the things that you
It's
snack
the
on.
side dishes.
The side dishes.
It's the sides. The sides is what's the best,
Yep.
right?
Yeah,
Yep.
I like deviled eggs. Is my favorite.
So are you ready for
I
this?
like the dressing.
We're gonna do blind
gravy.
ranking.
All right.
I'm gonna give you 5 different sides. You guys got to rank them one at a time without knowing
Okay.
what the next one is.
Rank it like 1 to 10.
1 to 5. You're gonna rank them in order 1 to 5.
Okay.
I'm
so
gonna
just
give you
say
one.
which one do I want most, and I'm gonna place it on there,
Nope.
not knowing what else is coming.
Yep.
Okay.
So
Okay. All
first
right.
one, mac and cheese. Where are you putting it? 1 through 5.
And
So
one.
it's not even. I'm not
Five's
even
the
eating it.
best.
I'm not even eating it.
No, but it's no. This is the thing. You have to rank. So I'm gonna give you 5
I like
options.
where
You
you're
got to
at.
rank them 1, 2, 3,
Mac and
4, or
cheese.
5. So are you putting it at
I'm
5?
gonna put it at 5. Like I'm gonna fill up on so much other stuff there. I ain't
Is 5
touching
like
it.
the worst?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say 1 is the best. 5 is the worst.
The order that you're gonna eat it.
Oh.
Or just in general.
Yeah. So if I picture a plate, I'm going to the mac and cheese last.
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 So
dog.
so you're putting it at
Last.
5. Okay.
Last.
I'm gonna kick it off to Paige on the floor.
What
Yeah,
about
yeah.
a nice side salad?
Definitely be above
No.
mac and cheese. I like a salad.
Well,
Not-
it's gonna
not
have
for-
to be
you say
since
Thanksgiving-
mac and
Thanksgiving?
cheese is at 5. I'm just saying in general.
Oh, okay.
Since
I
mac
love-
and cheese is at
I love a good
5,
side salad if we're not at Thanksgiving
you got to
dinner.
put mac and cheese has to be. I mean, I'm sorry, side salad has to be above. it.
Salad's 4.
I'm gonna do it a little different because instead of
Okay.
ranking it, I'm just gonna do it in the order I'm gonna eat it.
No, it's not the order that you eat it. So this is. So
He
I don't
keeps
think
stopping me
you,
from
I don't
doing
think that you guys understand how this works.
Okay.
So this is the thing. You have 5 sides.
Okay.
Okay.
You're ranking them from best to worst.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep. We're following.
You're putting
you.
them in place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of these. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Without
When I give you
blindly.
one, you
All right.
don't know what the next one is. So you're going.
Right.
Do I put this at 3 because the next one might be better than that?
I'm sticking with my numbers: mac and cheese, and then side
I'm
salad.
gonna do 4 too.
4.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
I don't know what's coming next, but it's surely it's better.
It's
than
got to be
salad.
better than
But what if
that.
it's worse than that?
Well, then I'm screwed, and you
Yeah.
pigeonholed me. You
Yeah.
did
Exactly.
this to me.
Yeah.
I wanted the salad to be first because I would eat it regardless of what's
Yeah.
coming.
So
next.
it comes before the
so
meal.
you're
I
putting
eat
it.
it.
So
It comes
you're
before the meal.
putting it at 4.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it at 4.
Okay, you got elotes or Mexican off the corn off the cob.
I love that
Mexican corn.
Mexican corn. I'm gonna go high, number 2 on that one.
I'm going 3 because it's my only option at this point.
Yeah,
It's
right.
not.
You've
I'm
been
going
pigeonholed.
3.
You've been
Yeah.
pigeonholed.
Yeah.
1, 2, or 3.
I'm
No.
going 3.
He knows there's some good
There's
stuff
some,
coming.
yeah, there's some stuff coming down the line.
Roasted vegetables.
Oh, I do like I'm going 2. I like
I already
roasted
got
veggies.
corn too, so I'm gonna do that 3.
Yeah.
3.
Yeah.
And then I guess you're both putting mashed potatoes number one. Are you guys okay with mashed potatoes being number one?
I'm okay
I
with
would
that.
say yes, only because I'm mixing mashed potatoes and corn together.
Yes,
That's the
yes,
hitter.
that is the hitter, bro.
That's the hitter.
Yeah.
You're not mixing
Wanted
it with
to.
Mexican corn though.
Oh,
yeah.
that's a game
Oh,
changer,
yeah, I
bro.
will.
Mexican corn and
I mean,
mashed
I
potatoes?
would.
I love.
Oh, I would
love to
too.
do that. I love the Mexican corn.
Mexican corn and mashed potatoes, bro.
But
So-
I
game
never have
changer.
Mexican corn at Thanksgiving. But if
Well,
it was
no, I'm
there,
not-
See, I was,
No, that was just-
I'm thinking of Thanksgiving too.
So Thanksgiving was just an example as far as
okay,
how
okay.
good sides are.
Yep.
That was the intro to how good sides are.
Okay.
So this is the thing. One of my favorite meals that I grew up with, like my mom would make this all the time. I don't care what you guys say. My mom would make hamburger
Shoot.
helper,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
it would be cheeseburger hamburger helper
Yep.
My mom
with
did
mashed
too all the
potatoes
time, yeah.
and corn.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mom
And
did too all the time.
it'd be mashed potatoes on the bottom. Then I'd put the hamburger helper and corn on top and just mix that shit together.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta mix it up.
Yeah.
I mean, we would always eat vegetable and potatoes almost every night too.
Yeah.
and it would be like hamburger helper or some kind of hamburger product.
Me too. Yeah,
Hamburger meat
yeah.
was big. I don't eat hamburger meat a lot as an adult. I eat
Yeah.
a lot of chicken instead. But we would always have in that corn and mashed potato mix. You mix
Ooh.
those two together.
Fire, bro. Fire.
Yes.
All day.
Yes,
all day.
all day.
Yep.
So gotta crack open the last
Let's do it.
beer here.
All right.
So
All right, what is this?
this
guy?
is the Night Witch from Denton County Brewing Company.
Oh, okay, cool.
So if you listen to the episode of the podcast with
Yes.
Seth Morgan from Denton
the
County,
head brewer from
You got
Denton
any
County.
water?
oh,
Dude,
Brian's
I
got-
drank it all.
Brian finished it like an asshole.
I did.
Okay.
I
All
had
right,
to,
no
man. I
problem.
was dying.
No big.
He's dying.
Here we go. Look at this.
There you go. There you go.
Just get yourself a little dip.
And then just pour it back in there.
No, I'm gonna drink it.
I
Do
dip,
you?
I dip, we dip.
Go for it, dude.
You know what they say? So
Try to clear it out a little bit.
Yeah, I'm going back in it. Look at that. It looks like Copenhagen. It looks like Copenhagen.
this is one that for real, he aged it in the keg before he canned it.
So this is the one you were telling us.
So you can buy this now,
Pulls it out
and it's
when
good to
it's
drink
ready.
now.
Okay.
Go
Versus
ahead with your
these is
pour.
from 2021. That's from 2019. This is
Yes, I'm really
you can buy
excited.
it now, and it's just good to drink now.
That's 2019. You said.
No, I'm talking
So-
about the
So it doesn't necessarily need to be aged.
this one is
what you're
is
saying.
2019.
Yeah, tell us about this, Joe. What do you mean?
Yeah.
Where's
It
the
doesn't
aging coming?
So
necessarily-
this one
It's
was
ready.
barreled in 2019, aged for 13 months, and then it was so in 2020, 2021, early 2021. This has been in a can. And I've been
Got
sitting
it.
on it.
Yep.
This has been in a can since 2021.
Yep.
This has been in a
You
can
guys-
Recently,
since 2023.
and it was
It was in a keg
19.
for
Got it.
however long that they needed it to.
I'm so excited.
Let's see if we
about
can tell a
this.
difference of this.
Night Witch. What is a BA Russian Imperial Stout?
Barrel aged.
Barrel aged.
So that's barrel aged. Okay.
So I'm not going to go
15.
through all the details. You guys need to go listen to the interview with this guy.
All
It's
right.
specifically a Russian Imperial Stout because of the Night Witches. They're a Russian
Oh, okay.
female infantry that went out there and destroyed.
Whoa.
Like he tells all the details about the Night Witches.
There you go.
Really?
So go get your history lesson.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So it's a real thing. It's not supernatural because I look at it and I think it's some kind of supernatural like.
Yeah,
gosh.
she
or-
does look like.
so
Look at her hands.
I really want you to go listen to the episode. I'm not going to explain it right now. I'm not going to do
Yeah.
it again.
Fair enough.
Go listen
Yeah.
to the episode. He explains the artwork on the can. He explains what a Night Witch is. He explains
Okay.
everything.
All right. No need for dude.
Like, I'm
science,
sorry.
Bro science.
Yeah.
Joe's getting pissed.
You need to go listen to
Yeah.
it.
Watch
He's
the
like,
episode.
watch
Well,
the
I just don't
episode.
want to repeat myself. I need people to go
Yeah.
listen to the other
Okay.
episodes.
Yep. We got it, bro. We got it.
But yeah,
On the watch list.
I gotta say, this is my favorite so far. I was hyped up about this one though.
Ooh, this one.
That is so good.
This one will get your jaw jerked up.
so
Jaw
this one
jacks.
is
It's a jaw
jaw
jacker.
jacker.
this one
That
is
is super good.
is more carved.
Yeah, you can
It is
tell.
more carbs, and that's that jaw
That's a-
jerker.
I was gonna say that's
So,
that's what's getting you.
Can I ask you this because you were
I'm
describing it
I'm not
earlier.
mad at how it's
I'm
No,
not either.
how
I
it's
actually
carved,
like
though.
that.
So you were saying these two were pulled out and then set.
so they
waiting.
they were pulled out and canned,
Okay, this one was pulled out
kegged,
and kegged.
and so basically
Ah,
they
so
both
that's the
aged.
difference.
The biggest difference is this was sold in 2021, which
Okay.
means if you drank it in 2021, it may not have been as good because it would have been
Makes
hot.
sense.
It would have been like
Hot, like
it would have been you would have tasted
High.
all the fecal alcohols.
Think about that
alcohols.
roof. Think about
The
that
peak.
roof.
It's the peak,
It's
dude.
that roof.
Yes, it's the.
You would have tasted all the alcohol in it. This
one
one
is
has been
so good.
aged. Like they age it before they send it to you, meaning they age it in out of the barrel before they send it to you.
I did not know they were putting forward such good product. Like, I mean, like
love
I
it.
didn't know they were
He's
putting
going
forward
southern
the
on
night
us over
waves.
here.
Yeah,
Yeah. No, this is good.
this is amazing, dude.
I had one drink so far, but
Yeah.
I'm just letting it sit.
I
Yeah.
like
I
the
agree.
carbonation, but the carbonation
do
gives you
too.
like an extra bite and makes it seem like there's more alcohol when really it's not as alcoholic as the first one. I don't think.
No, and it's 15%. It is the same. exact.
it is the same. Okay.
Can I be honest with you? It reminds me of the Oktoberfest that we taste tested. So it's
as
higher,
far as having the higher
carb, and it won the rating for the night.
Okay.
So I'm
Nice.
thinking we're saying higher carb. There's more experience happening.
There is
in
more
the mouth.
experience.
There's more going on.
Yeah, I would agree. And this is where we came full circle because we
Yes.
started off talking about how this is what I
Low,
wanted.
subtle.
And I'm getting it now, and I really am enjoying it.
Yeah.
Yes,
now,
dude,
now,
yes.
granted, it's not overly carbed.
No, it's
It's
not.
not like a
overly.
lager would be. It's got a subtle
the
carbonation
higher
to it, which I
carb-
kind of like.
Reaps better quality.
Nice.
Yeah,
I think it's good.
I do too.
Yeah, dude, I'm giving this a 5.
I'm going to go 5 on this one.
5.
Yeah.
I'm going 5.
You
100%.
would go 5.
I also started off the night thinking, yeah, this isn't the season of life for this kind of beer.
Talk
and then
to me.
this
Where you
beer
at now?
convinced me that
In the moment.
In the moment, I'm enjoying it all of a sudden.
Yes.
So, yeah, I think it's actually brought me to a place where I don't have to wait for the right season.
Yeah, I
I'm
love
there,
it,
bro. I'm
I
there.
love it. He's there.
It might have been the Weezer song, too. It might have got me in the feels. And
Oh
then,
no.
So I'm gonna get you out of your
Oh,
feels
yeah.
for a moment.
All right,
Okay,
come
all right,
on.
get us out. Bail us
So
out.
given these a 5, so I'm telling you, all these have been great. So go check them all out. But
Phenomenal.
They're great beers.
They're
Denton
great
County does
beers.
something right, I'm
Yeah,
telling
Denton
you.
County's where it's
uh,
at.
but
Another trip.
so you
is
know there's
needed.
like I wouldn't even call it a trend. There's this thing going around with kids, like in baseball, that like mullets are back.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
You know,
no,
they're bringing them
especially
back.
in baseball for
Yeah.
sure.
You know that they're so bad.
Party in the back.
Whoop!
Hey.
Even dogs got mullets now,
I
dog.
love it,
This
dude.
is a trend all in itself to just
It
have
is.
a Labradoodle.
No, but what
hate
about
these two
giving your dog
I
a
agree.
mullet? This
I
is
agree.
Nice. I haven't seen it.
Can you get behind that? Giving a dog a mullet.
Yeah, it looks like he's got a Kenny Powers cut. Look, that's the Kenny Powers right there.
That
It
is.
That
definitely
curly, that
is.
little
Yes.
curly tight.
I think Larry's right.
So it's funny. My nephew had a mullet. He just recently cut it. I'm so sad, but we used to call
Really?
it. It's all that cheddar in the back.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
there's cheddar in
All
the
that
back,
cheddar.
bro. It is. That's
Yeah.
cheddar. Yeah, there's something about the dog itself, and then the dog having a mullet. It's next level. I got to give it to him.
Yeah.
I can get behind.
I mean,
it.
I'm not a
I
big
can get
fan
behind it.
of like.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of like
no, I'm not
a
either. Like the
what do you call it?
Labradoodle.
Yeah, no, I see guys
Whoa, wait,
walking
it's
around.
called a Labradoodle?
It is.
Yeah, it's a mix with
It's
the
a
lab
mix.
and a doodle.
I see
Oh,
guys.
I was just calling them
popular.
Labrapoodles. What
Can
I
I-
wanted to call it.
I see guys walking their dog. I see guys walking these dogs, and they look completely demasculated. And I'm
Yeah.
not talking about the dog. I'm not talking about
Hey.
the owner.
But
It's ridiculous.
guess what? I would never walk a Labradoodle. But if it has a mullet,
Yes,
I'm- I might walk it.
I'm walking it, bro.
I wouldn't walk a Labradoodle.
Not if it has a
period.
mullet,
I
dude.
hate Labradoodles.
I know,
in general,
I know.
would you walk a dog?
In general?
In general, yeah.
I've served my time with walking dogs.
Yeah,
would
I'm like,
you?
hey, girl.
And I've gotten to a
A
point.
part of me says walking dogs in general is demasculating.
Well,
You got to run with a dog.
Yeah, you
Hey.
gotta just frolic with it.
I
You
didn't
gotta
know that's what
run
you were
with that
getting
damn
at.
thing.
I didn't know that's what you were getting at.
I didn't
I thought
either.
you meant just having to serve a dog. Because I've gotten to a point where I'm like, nah, bro, I don't live in an apartment.
This
I
ain't
got a
you, bro. This is
backyard,
me.
Bro.
Yes.
You either use the backyard or you get out of here.
Yeah, I ain't walking
I'm
no
done.
dog,
I'm
yeah.
done walking dogs.
Yeah.
Well, I would say that like a certain size of dog, like certain breeds,
Yeah.
I
too
do
much.
agree
It's
they
too much.
they need to be walked or like exercise. They need exercise. Like if you have a German Shepherd, a backyard isn't good enough. Like you need to go for a walk with that dog. Like
well,
a
that
pit
ain't the
bull,
dog for me.
a pit bull,
Right.
you need to go for a walk with that dog.
Yeah, that
a
ain't the
walk
dog.
or
Your-
like a
your dog can just
I would go
frolic
for a
and
jog.
go, and she knows she can free range and come back.
Yeah, she's got a lot of energy too, though. She's
Yeah.
natural energy, and she's also getting old where she sleeps all
I
day.
love your dog, dude.
Yeah, I know.
She
My
is
dog's the
awesome.
greatest.
Paige is
She
the best.
She's the greatest, I know.
She's so cool. She's so friendly, but yet she's so independent. She'll run out and chase a rabbit or a
Yeah.
squirrel, and then come back and be like, "Yeah, Dad,
Yeah,
I got
exactly.
it." Could you imagine
you know-
Paige with a mullet?
The only
Dude,
thing
probably.
I'm upset about, I got a bone to pick with Paige.
What?
Oh no,
What?
she's done nothing wrong.
no,
She
she's
did.
innocent. She's perfect.
I'll tell you one
gonna
thing
write
she
a
did
song.
wrong unintentionally.
Okay.
She didn't enhance my dating profile at all.
Oh, I forgot about that.
I forgot.
Let's talk about that because I forgot about that.
We both put Paige on our profiles.
and then nothing happened.
I mean,
Dating
it didn't
profiles.
make it as good as I wanted it to be. I think location sucks, if I'm being honest.
That's fine. That's
What do you
fair.
mean, location of the dog?
No, we're a
of
dating location.
Living in Grayson County.
Yeah, proximity, bro.
Oh.
You need to be like in Dallas.
Like if I lived in McKinney, it'd be
Or
so much
McKinney,
better.
yeah.
Oh, there's a bunch of must-love dog people up there.
Yeah,
No, just
for
in
sure.
general, it's a higher population. I mean, McKinney
Yeah.
has 100,000 people, while Sherman Denison isn't even close
But
to
that's
that.
weird though, because like imagine I'm
Mm.
on Facebook Marketplace, I'm looking for things in Dallas. So
Dude,
you're saying that when
yeah.
you're in Dallas and you're like looking at a dating app, you don't find it doesn't pick up on Sherman?
I don't think.
No,
people
so
are
what happens is
interested, like,
I'm in
looking
Sherman,
this far out.
Okay, I do a 50-mile radius. I get McKinney, Plano, Allen.
Right.
I'm in Plano. There's 200,000
They're
people next to
looking
me.
at
Why do I need to do
20-mile
30?
radius. Yeah.
Why do I need to do 50 miles? I do 10 miles and I get enough people.
So you're getting them,
Yeah.
but they're not getting you.
Right.
Yes.
Because guess what? The people in Dallas go, I'm already near so many people. Why the
Yeah.
fudge would I go all the way to Oklahoma?
Right.
Well, maybe you're on a dating app, so that's an indication.
I'm just
you need to go
saying-
wider.
He's having a broad his kind
Yeah,
of.
you
I'm
need to
just
cast a net.
saying-
They need to cast a smaller net,
They're-
basically.
yeah,
Basically,
exactly.
they're like, hey, I've done 100 miles, and that's a wild west out there.
Yeah.
You don't know what you get
Basically.
from Oklahoma.
Yeah.
basically, dude.
I mean,
yeah.
they basically consider us
trying
Oklahoma.
they're trying to avoid Oklahoma,
Yeah, altogether.
and Sherman is rolled
Like-
up in that.
on the line up here,
yeah,
dude.
you're on the line,
Yes.
Bro.
You're like, oh man,
Come
pull
back,
the line
come back,
up.
come back.
I'm
Yeah.
right there with them.
Yeah.
And I'm right next
But
to
you're
Oklahoma.
saying, like,
and I
Paige-
still try to avoid it.
You're
You're saying
like-
Paige didn't enhance your profile at all?
Yeah,
though?
yeah, yeah.
I mean, it enhanced it from like, if you see it, I'm sure you'll like it a little bit
It's a good
more.
picture,
But it
yeah.
didn't enhance
It
it,
was a
in the
good
fact that
picture.
I got more likes.
Okay. Yeah, we did this test run. I did it too.
I forgot to follow up. We wanted to
Yeah.
do like a science experiment
Yeah.
to see. I wish we had stats.
And so
I know
if,
too.
if,
The
if I'm
activity.
being honest, like one of the things that is great but also terrible about Grayson County and is people come to Grayson County to die. Meaning
Yeah.
people come
Yeah.
here to retire.
To retirement.
Because
Yeah.
of the lake. So either
Yeah.
like it's either they're way too old or they're way too young.
True.
Because so like my age right now, it's difficult to find people in this area that are wanting the same things I am.
Yeah. I experienced the
Versus
same thing,
like
dude.
I need numbers. I don't have the
You don't have
the numbers
quantity,
here.
but you're looking for quality.
You're absolutely right, but what I'm saying is
I
that
know.
the more
There's no
quantity,
I know.
the
You
more
can't cast
opportunity
your
I
net.
have to possibly find that quantity. It's
Yeah,
like
I
quality.
know.
right.
I know.
So
I know what you
mean,
mean.
so all I'm saying, she didn't enhance it at all. So Paige, appreciate
Gotta
you,
step
but
up your game.
it didn't work.
I feel like I got to redeem Paige in this situation.
Yeah.
I feel like I got to have
Yeah.
Pages, like almost like a game
Have
show.
a photo
Pages,
shoot.
Pages dating extravaganza.
Because I did the same thing.
And it's
I
hosted
put her
by
on my
Paige.
profile, yeah.
It's me and Paige sitting there, all right?
Okay.
And then we tell girls like, hey, here's the dog from the flyer. We're gonna have some kind of dating extravaganza. We're gonna
Yeah.
have it's a bit of a contest.
She
It's gonna
would be a
blind
great
date. You guys are gonna be
dating-
contestants on it. It's gonna be like a
Yeah.
contestant show.
I love it.
But because Paige is on the flyer, it draws them into the contest.
Yes.
So we need to redeem her.
Is that not false advertising though?
No,
Like,
because she'll be
she's-
there.
Okay.
And she'll go over there. And you guys seen her.
Yeah.
She
she's
shows.
so
I mean,
friendly.
dude, she's there. Guard. Like, what is it
Guard
called?
down.
Walls.
Walls come down. Yeah.
You know what I
Right,
mean?
so
They're feeling
true.
open and exposed
it's
and willing
so
to share.
true.
They're going to tell you their daddy
Life-
issues.
So this is the thing,
because of Paige.
Life story, dude.
Life story
And-
because of
Yeah.
Paige.
and I will. I mean, I agree with that. I'll tell you this. There's one thing that I say is Larry is such a great friend, and
is such a good
Paige
friend.
is such a great dog that if
She
I'm
is.
feeling down, all I go to say, hey,
Can I
Larry,
come pet your dog?
can I get a little bit of Paige? And he'd be
Dude,
like,
yeah,
dude,
dude.
come on
He
over,
would.
open the door, and Paige just knows what to do.
She
She
knows. She knows.
She
She
knows.
knows
Every
to come
time-
say hi and what's up and like make me happy all
Every
of a sudden.
time you need to get a dog, dude. I'm telling you. Every time.
No.
I do need a dog.
Do you know the
Yeah.
reason why I don't want a dog?
Why?
I don't want the responsibility of a dog.
Oh, Paige,
I
dude.
mean, they are. There's work that
Think
goes
about
into it.
You're right. And
think
when
about
and
it.
like this weekend, I want to go do whatever the hell I want. Guess what? I got to figure out what to do with my dog.
Oh well, yeah. It takes
Yeah.
work to get them to a place. Paige, I can go somewhere the weekend.
Yeah.
But
all
like
all weekend long though.
I mean, I guess
For like-
Not-
But I got a doggy door. But then she does sit outside and bark like an idiot. all
Yeah,
night.
so I'm just like, there
About
are
it,
things
though.
that I don't want to deal with. But to
Yeah,
be
it
honest,
is a
I love
responsibility.
having
Yeah.
a little bit of freedom.
yeah,
I get that, but think about like opening your door every day to Paige.
yeah.
I mean,
every
I would
night.
love that.
Joe's sounding like these like new age women who don't want to have kids, and they're
Nope.
like, think about the
That's-
freedom that I have.
Nope. There
No
are
kidding.
two
Whoa.
things.
I can
So-
go to a Beyonce concert. That's what Joe's saying.
Get the hell out of here.
Whoa.
I might make some.
He just called you
I
out,
might
bro.
make some sriracha or whatever. I might learn how to make something new.
I might go to baking class.
Sriracha?
Sriracha.
You trying to say
no.
Sriracha?
No,
What the hell
I'm
you're
trying
talking
Is it
about,
Sriracha?
buddy?
There's something I don't know what it's.
I think he's right. I think he's Sriracha.
No,
Anyway.
so
Yeah.
there's a couple of things from my
All right.
experience
All right.
with dogs.
Okay.
Okay,
Is
let's hear it.
number one. I have patience with children. I have zero patience with animals.
I get so.
There's a difference.
I get what you're saying,
I
Larry.
look at
I
an
really
do.
at
I
a
do. I get
child
what
that
he's saying.
goes, I'm a toddler that's learning how to walk, and I'm walking around this table and grabbing everything I possibly can, and I'm like, you know what? Let's move things out of the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I have
no, but hold
patience
on.
for
No,
those
I'm just
kids.
giving an idea.
More
Okay.
patience for my
Or
dog.
like, hey, I'll
actually
put this
err on
stuff
his
up.
side on this one.
But a dog goes, I'm going to chew on this shoe because I'm bored right now. I go, you know what? I want to just crack your neck and send you to the graveyard.
No, not that.
Yeah.
Like gruesome.
And maybe that's like,
gruesome.
and maybe that's extreme. But I'm saying like,
I think I, see a
don't.
problem. I think I see the problem.
But what I'm getting at is that I go, I don't want you chewing on my shoe. I'm going to be
Right.
way more upset at you chewing on a shoe versus my kid that is a child or a puppy,
you had me
quote
until
unquote, that
Yeah.
knocks a
quote.
glass off the table and shatters it.
Right.
I'm going to be more mad at that dog, even though the dog doesn't know better, than I am the child that
I would
doesn't know
agree.
better.
I would agree. You got to have more grace towards people than animals.
Sure. Yeah.
However,
I have zero grace
you
towards
saying
animals.
that right now totally nullifies the point of putting the dog in the picture. You're trying to cater to girls who look at a profile and say that dog is more important than people to me. And you just exposed yourself, and they saw that in your eyes.
Oh,
they
that's
looked
what
at,
it is.
they looked
In
at
the
the
eyes?
profile picture, and they say this guy ain't genuine. He would break
Wow.
a dog's neck for chewing on a boot. They knew. They knew.
So I wouldn't go
They
that
knew
far,
you were a
but-
neck breaker.
But I will say you were 100% right. I have way more grace for children than I do
Right.
for
Yes.
dogs. Even though
You
I
just
know
took it
this
to the
dog
extreme.
doesn't know better.
Yes.
I have like zero tolerance for it. I go, you shit in the house. I don't like it. A kid takes
Shits
a
in the
shit in their
house?
diapers. I'm like, I'll
I'm
clean
okay
you
with
up.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. No, you should, but honestly, the audience you were catering to with the dog picture was the opposite. It was a, hey, look at my fur babies.
Now, granted,
And you were calling the fur babies, but they know genuine
No.
fur lovers,
But
and you're
that-
not one.
that's
but
actually a
I look
good
at
thing,
your
though.
dog. No,
That's
but
a
hold
good
on.
thing,
I look
dude.
at Paige. I look at my brother's dog.
What's the name?
She just passed away recently.
Not the dog.
Aw.
Yeah, dude. Like I remember, like the dog's been throughout that entire relationship. I remember sending that dog to Nebraska.
What?
Like
Yeah.
that dog's been there for like so long, and
that's
she just
bad.
passed away.
Yeah,
and like
yeah.
that dog was
bad.
the greatest dog.
Well, because the work went in.
You're right.
You're talking about
I don't-
like you're
I-
wanting the fruit of the work, and that's
And-
why you love Paige. She was a pain
yes.
forever.
And guess what?
She is so
I am
special.
willing to put the work in with a child. I'm not willing to put the work in with a dog.
Oh man, we gotta fix
That's
Might
that.
be
the
good
big
for you,
deal.
dude.
Yeah,
might
I
be
think it
good
would.
for you.
I think it would.
No,
be.
think it would.
but that's the big deal because I have way more grace with children. I'm okay to put up with some of that stuff.
I
with
get what
dogs,
you're
I'm
saying
like,
to-
I
yeah,
want
to
somebody
an
to train it
not
for
the
me.
neck breaker, but I get.
No,
I get what
I'm
you're saying.
That was
I think it'd be
extreme.
good for you. I know, but I think it'd be good for you to change it up because you know you put time into stuff, and
Yes,
the dog
it's
is
fruit of
just
the
like
labor.
something you got to put time into.
Yeah.
So
No, I struggle with animals with pets specifically too. Like I have patience with kids with dogs. I just haven't like found that. Like I haven't found the sweet spot yet.
Yeah.
You know, I'm still working on it.
I know.
You know, I've been putting it off. I'm like I keep telling the kids, hey, once Daddy gets the fence built, we're golden. Have I done that yet? Not yet.
Oh, you should get a dog. Why don't you get one?
I want one.
Why don't you just have a dog that just roams the land?
I know.
That's what I'm saying. You have the perfect setup. You
Outdoor
have to walk
dog.
it. Outdoor dog.
Yeah, I want one. Don't get me wrong.
I'm gonna
I
just pick up
definitely
a
do.
puppy and bring it to your
Bring
house
him.
one day.
Like,
drop it
so
off.
this
I
is
would, for sure.
So like your scenario is what I grew up with, and I think it has to deal with like the
I just don't
environment
know how to do it.
that I grew up with.
Yeah.
I grew up in an environment that dogs weren't allowed inside.
See, that's my environment. Like,
And guess
I
what?
just
I would be
haven't-
okay with a dog that's outside because guess what? He can chew on whatever the hell he wants. It doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
See, that's how I grew up, though.
So with dogs,
See,
inside
that's what- him
dogs
and I
is
are
where
a
I
lot
have a
alike
little
in
bit of a
that.
problem because there's more learning curve for the dog
Dude,
itself.
Yeah.
They never learn.
But
my
Paige-
dog's still a pain.
but
She's
would
still
you love Paige
she'll
being
eat
inside? I
Dude,
would
you leave
love
your
that.
sandwich there. 5 seconds later, she's eating it. There's
I
no
know.
stopping her.
I
You
know.
don't beat it out of her.
Now,
You
no,
don't
no,
break
wait.
her neck.
it's
She's
innate.
gonna eat that
It's-
sandwich
it's-
the rest
Now
of her life.
this is
That's who
the
she is.
the
Yeah.
question. This
Yeah.
is a legit question.
Yeah.
You leave a sandwich out, the dog eats the sandwich, you get mad at the dog,
No,
right?
I'm not getting mad at
Hold
the
on.
dog. I'm getting mad at
You
myself.
leave a knife out on the counter and your baby cuts themselves, you get mad at yourself. You don't get mad at the baby for being dumb. So why do you get mad at the dog for eating a sandwich?
You don't.
When the
You
dog
get mad at
doesn't know better.
yourself For both
No, I'm
circumstances.
getting so pissed at that dog.
No.
No, I'm
Nope.
to a place. I'm to a place
Nope.
where I know who Paige is. You can't
Yeah.
teach an old dog new tricks.
Right.
The kid, I get mad at the kids for not sitting at the table and stay with your food. You guys stay with your food.
I do have a problem
not
with that
get
too,
up
yeah.
and leave because you get up and leave the dog, and then I'm like, well, there's your dinner. Well, that's it.
That's Paige jumping
ate
up there.
it. Paige-
Is that it, dude? You're
But
not
she-
you're
but-
not making them anything else?
I mean, there's nothing else to eat.
Wow.
But Paige, though, she only
Yeah.
eats once
No,
it's
that's-
done.
yeah.
So once everybody's out of the way. But I'm talking a second. The door.
Yeah.
Let's say that we go get
Yeah.
in the car. The Paige is waiting. She's looking out the
She-
window. The
she's-
door
she
shuts,
knows.
and she does
Boom.
a dolphin move. She stands up. She's dolphining, dude.
I can see.
Dude, she does. In
Dude,
1 second,
dude,
I'm not
do it
going to
again,
set up
do
a
it again.
hidden camera.
Do it again.
And she goes. She stands up on her hind legs. Up her back, bends over. This dog is old, and nothing stops her from eating. I've even seen her climb up on the bench.
It's a dolphin move.
And then she just eats everything. And I'm like, guys, why did y'all leave? You don't leave your food unattended.
Yeah.
But there's no teaching her. You
I
know,
know.
she's an old dog,
Yeah.
and she's been there since all of my kids were babies.
You can't beat that out of the dog. dude.
No, you don't beat it up. So all of my kids were babies in a high chair. And,
Yeah.
you know,
And she's so
now-
used to it.
So for 11 years, she's been eating scraps. So
Yeah.
she knows. You just wait around, and then you get to eat the scraps.
Dolphin.
But she knows where the line is. The line is you don't dolphin while we're watching.
Yeah. Yes. She
You
knows.
don't do it while we're watching. But then she
You
also
give an inch, she takes a mile.
she also
Yes.
lays on the couch. There's a point where there's no more
Oh.
stopping her from the couch.
Yeah.
But she only does it when we're gone. She ain't climbing up on the couch with me when
When
I'm
we're
watching
there?
TV.
No.
But look, I come in from my office and everybody's
there.
gone. I hear her climbing down from the couch all slow. And
Yeah.
I'm like, you looking so guilty just standing next to it. Like,
Like, I went up there,
Yeah.
Dad.
so she knows what's right and wrong, but she just, it's like, nah, you're old. You do whatever you want.
Yeah. That
You kind of like, you get to learn to deal with it.
Hey,
Yeah.
it's, your kids are gonna be the same way, doing stuff
They do
behind
whatever
dad,
they want.
doing stuff behind Dad's back.
Right,
Oh,
right. They do
hey.
whatever they want.
When
I get
what Dad
that.
don't know don't hurt him.
I get that.
The
I
thing is,
feel
I know.
that.
I know about the
Yeah.
dolphin.
Yeah, you
I
do.
know about the
You-
couch.
you know.
I see the couch crease going.
Dude, okay, hold on.
Climbing back up like it
Hey,
was
bro.
just indented.
So you have to do me a favor, please.
Okay.
You got to get me a video of her doing the dolphin just so I can put it in this
Yes,
episode.
dude.
Oh, dude, yeah, I can get it.
Oh,
I can get it. Seriously, set a trap, set some food out,
Set one, dude.
go and close the door, set a camera, boom, it's done. That sandwich is gone. Whatever it is,
Gone.
it's gone.
Gone, dude. But we
Whatever
love
it is.
Paige.
That's
We love
hilarious.
Paige. We did look.
we want
you guys
Paige
come
to
over
redeem
and you act
herself.
like she's the greatest thing ever, but
We
I'm like,
love her.
no.
Oh, I don't deal with all the bullshit.
You
I know
don't.
that.
But she doesn't
See,
poop
that's
in the
the
house.
thing,
She
right.
seriously has not pooped in the house
And
forever.
Yeah.
guess what?
And
I
I'm
will
cool with
deal
that.
with her eating food just to not have to clean up after
Me
her
too.
poop. Like I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
me too.
like
Same.
I'm okay.
Yep.
Now I have gotten to a point
That
with
and like
cats.
chewing up stuff, I'm not a big fan of.
I've gotten to a
Yeah.
point with cats though, where I've had
You're done
cats
with it.
my entire life, and since I was a kid, I had a cat that I loved the most that grew old and died.
Yeah.
And then now I have like his friend that's she's old, and once she's gone, never
done.
again I'm having a cat
No.
inside my house.
No.
And it's not for any other reason other than just I'm not fond of you guys. You come over
Yeah.
here, you want love, I get it, I'll do this.
Yeah.
I don't want your cat litter box in the house.
Yep.
But if I lived at your house, I'd have an outdoor cat.
Really?
I'm like, yeah, you can live outside. I'm cool with you, but
Okay.
just not in my house. You
We can
nasty.
kick it.
So
yeah,
have
we
you-
can kick it, but get your nastiness out of here.
So
Yeah.
this is a real thing. You guys have seen Meet the Parents, the cat taking a dump in the
Yes.
toilet.
Yes.
They sell actual like kits that
Right.
train your cat how to use an actual toilet.
That's
Right.
crazy to me.
Basically, you put a litter box in the toilet and you just slowly like
Yeah.
remove the center of it until they just get used to just doing it in the
That's
toilet.
crazy,
And
bro.
guess what? If that happened, I would have no problem with the cat in the house.
Yeah.
I don't mind cats.
Maybe not. Yeah, maybe
Because
not.
I
I've never had a
like-
potty trained one.
I like cats that are chill. I like animals that are chill that I can like relax with, and I want an animal that's like hyper and excited when I want it to be hyper and excited.
Yeah,
Problem is that most animals aren't dealing with what Joe wants in the moment.
exactly.
Right.
They're not living for
which
you.
is it's like,
Yeah.
dude, you're too excited. Like, relax for a moment, and they don't understand it. Like, chill
No.
out.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't. I mean, a golden retriever that learns how to catch a frisbee. That'd be cool to go to the park and catch
It
a
would
frisbee.
be,
But then
dude.
when I'm at home, I want him to chill out.
Dude,
But-
you be slaying them females. You get a golden retriever. That
Oh,
thing.
heck yeah.
Oh, you be slaying it, bro. You actually get a dog not just post it on your profile.
And go to the dog park.
Go to the dog park.
The dog park's where it's at.
Fishing in a barrel.
Fishing in a barrel.
So I need to borrow Paige for the
in
dog
McKinney.
park.
Yes.
Take Paige to the city dog park, I guess.
Yes.
I mean, there's a
I
dog
think
park
we need to do the game show, and I
at
think we need to have
Waterloo.
a flyer, and we need to put Paige on it. We need to call it
let's do
Paige's
it.
dating service.
Let's do it.
I mean, but there's been a lot of things that we've said we should do that we ended up
All
not
right.
even doing.
So here we're gonna make a pact right now.
Quit being about it.
Yeah, be doers.
No,
be doers.
Be doers.
Yeah.
Yeah, be doers. Don't
Yeah.
talk about it. Be about it.
That's what it is. Thanks for one of them isms, Boomer.
Got you, bro.
So what's
Always.
the pact to do a dating show?
I don't know what the pact is. That doesn't make any
Okay.
sense.
No, the pact-
What I high
the
fiving
pact
for
is-
was the ism,
The
which
isms.
is
no. The pact
don't be
is,
about it.
Don't talk about it.
Don't
be
talk about it. Be about it.
Yeah, that's the pact.
Y'all are cracking me
Whatever
up.
we say.
Okay, right.
You know, we're gonna actually do.
we're gonna do it.
Okay.
We're gonna do it.
We appreciate you guys tuning in for another episode of Dudes and Brews. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to the show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, whatever platform you're on. We're on there. We have a YouTube channel, Dudes and Brews. We would love if you would subscribe there as well. If you are subscribed and you want to help us out just a little more, unsubscribe and resubscribe again. It sounds funny and stupid and kind of obnoxious, all of the subscribing and resubscribing and stuff, but it helps in these little algorithms games for like climbing the charts, because again, we are organic and we are where we are because of you guys.
Yeah, we really do appreciate your support. Shout us out. We really do love it when you guys interact with us, when you add us, mention us, put us on your stories, tag us, all that fun stuff, all the stuff the kids are doing. We like grabbing that stuff and we put it up for you guys. So we appreciate you so much. Keep having fun, drinking them brews, hanging with them dudes. Tune in next week for another episode of Dudes and Brews.